Mabry and Perez Madison. And we are underway. Big East football here in 96. That one skips into the end zone. Touchback. And it will be East Carolina ball, 1st and 10. They're on 20-yard line.
That saved 15 yards by a half a yard. Tremendous kick. That's a great break for West Virginia to start the game.
And this is Marcus Crandall, a man you will be hearing much about, the talented senior out of Robersonville, North Carolina. Those his numbers in last week's 45-21 victory over East Tennessee State. Crandall, a man who has thrown the ball more than 30 times in 12 of East Carolina's last 13 games. They line up in a one-back most of the afternoon, 3 wide out. Huntley, the lone setback. Richard Galloway in motion. And Crandall on 1st down wants to go deep just like last year. And this time he overshoots Larry Shannon. A year ago in the game against West Virginia, Crandall hit Shannon for a 67-yard score on the first play from scrimmage. They tried it again. Scott Harley, he'll ride this guy all day. They like to get it to him 25 to 30 times a game. And Steve Logan said, we'll be happy if he can get 80 yards rushing today. Ron Sudduth, he hasn't allowed just one sack in his entire career at East Carolina. That's 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. Out of a shotgun, Crandall again back to throw. Looking for his man over the middle, incomplete, and a pass interference call. All intended for Troy Smith. He was brought down by the senior co-captain, Charles Emmanuel, out of Indiantown, Florida, who got there just a bit early. And here's how the West Virginia defense will line up. A defense at shutout Pitt allowed 9 points to Western Michigan a week ago. Henry Slay, he's a slugger at defensive tackle. The linebackers, a great group led by the sack man, Knute Curtis. He's a sack away from tying West Virginia's all-time record. And a veteran secondary led by one of the best corners in America when he is healthy, Mike Logan, and he is healthy here in 96. Now the first penalty this afternoon gives it to East Carolina, 1st and 10. They have it their own 33-yard line, opening drive of the football game. And again, Crandall out of a shotgun. 4 wide receivers available to him. 3 to the wide side. Rush coming, and Crandall's got to get rid of it. And ticket was number 42, the sack man, Knute Curtis, coming hard off the right side to hurry the throw by Crandall.
On the first 2 passes that he threw, there was definitely pass interference. The first one, they judged that he couldn't catch it. The defensive backfield of West Virginia is really aggressive.
And a look back at the pass interference against the sophomore Troy Smith. Oh, here's a nice run by Harley across the 40. Near the 43-yard line, needed 10. And Scott Harley picked up 9 before Van Washington, the free safety, was the first man to get him. As Scott Harley, a punishing north-south runner.
Steve Logan, the defensive coordinator, wanted to get him in second longs. He's had 2 of them. He just burst this thing through. Now we're going to get a strength test, I think, with the power outfit in to see if we can stop him on 3rd down and 1. Big play for West Virginia. East Carolina coming in.
Shep Sapaniak in, along with Harley in that backfield. This is Harley, and he goes softly into the line of scrimmage and may come up shy on 3rd down and 1. Of course, Pitt has been very tough against the rush. They held Pittsburgh to 27 yards rushing and held Western Michigan to just 24 yards on the ground.
The linesman on our side didn't give it to him. It looks like the way they marked it.
And they're going to bring out the sticks and measure, but it doesn't look to be nearly enough for the 1st down.
One of the West Virginia guys almost pushed him forward as he came around behind and leaped onto the pile, which is a big mistake in a short yardage situation. But the strength of West Virginia showed on that play, which is what we wanted to see on the 3rd down and 1.
And it is shy of the 1st down. Coach Matt, Steve Logan's East Carolina club, they like to throw first to set up the run, but run they'll have to if they hope to stay in it, and that's been Pitt's strength. They have shut down people's running game.
I think he wanted to set up the run. His only one run was a 9-yard explosion. Then they had the short yardage play, which didn't hit. Now they've got to punt the ball away.
On 4th and less than a yard, they'll have to give it up on their first possession. Andrew Matt Levine, a punter out of Potomac, Maryland, sending it to Rashawn Vanderpool from the 20. Little stubby step, and Vanderpool picks up 7 yards. on the return of a 38-yard boot from Matt Levine. We are scoreless in Morgantown. West Virginia getting set for their first at bat.
Now you can tell the Sean Vanderpool is the guy that just catches the ball, putting it down on the ground. That's good punt returning.
Crispy Wheaties and raisins. Is that it? We welcome you back to Morgantown, West Virginia with the coach Dick McPherson. I'm Eric Reed. Happy to have you along as we kick off our Big East Conference game of the week. West Virginia looking to go 3-0. East Carolina, they are looking to get started at 2-0. As you look at the numbers from senior quarterback Chad Johnston, a third-year starter. Matter of fact, today is his 24th start as a West Virginia quarterback, a heady young man and a hometown guy who dreamed about playing quarterback for the Mountaineers. On 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line. This is a Mazzara. Nice bit of running across the 30 to the 32-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on first down and brought down by the nose guard, Travis Darden. Here's your West Virginia starting lineups, brought to you by Crispy Wheaties and Raisins. Rashawn Vanderpool, one of the all-time great ones to play the split end spot here in Morgantown. Mike Horn back from a season-ending injury a year ago. He anchors the offensive front, a much maligned group last year, and West Virginia fields a much improved group this season.
He's certainly saying it enough and takes the heat off the young men playing up front.
David Saunders in motion
on
second and 5. Zeraway cuts it back, fumble the football. And that is just the second turnover this year for West Virginia, and the first time that Zeraway's put it down on the rug. Kelvin Suggs, the left cornerback, a sophomore out of Kinston, North Carolina, recovers the football.
That's a good weak side football play. And what happened is Mondell Corbett was right there, picked up, reached from behind the thing and knocked it out. Really was it was a tough play on Zeraway's part, I think. But now they've got the field position they need. East Carolina has. See what they can do.
First big break of the football game goes to the Pirates as they have it 1st and 10 at the West Virginia 38. Crandall pumps, looking deep, and Shannon was knocked out of bounds. Covered well by Mike Logan. He was all over the intended receiver, Larry Shannon, who goes 6 feet 6 inches tall and has a vertical jump of 38 inches. And so far, Marcus Crandall has not completed a pass. He's 0 for 5. But he has had big days against the Big East, and none bigger than his 392-yard, 4-touchdown effort in the upset win at Syracuse a year ago. 2nd and 10. Crandall, short drop, has his man, Mitchell Galloway, and the H-back is brought down after a 3-yard pickup at the 35-yard line of a strong side linebacker, Elise Longino, who plays today with a sprained ankle and a turf toe injury.
You can throw away the stats as far as Marcus Crandall is concerned because he was throwing it deep, trying to get the big play. As soon as he went underneath, the real completion of everything. I don't think there's a problem. He's been right on target. Now we've got to make sure that we stay on target here with the great field position. We have big play, 3rd down.
Yes, it is. Early first quarter. 3rd and 7 for Crandall and company. He's looking right through it behind the intended receiver. And that was intended for Linwood DeBrew, a junior out of Newport News, Virginia. Longino and the Mountaineers pumped up. And let's go back to our Big East studios for this update from John Sanders.
An update from the Big East studio. New Hampshire playing at Rhode Island this afternoon. This is the 3rd play of the game. Ibrahim Abdul-Mateen will step in front of this Chris Bresnahan pass, returns it all the way for a touchdown. The Rams go up 7-0 first quarter. We go back to Morgantown, West Virginia.
Thank you, John. Second punt of the first quarter for East Carolina. Second different punter they have used. This time it was the true freshman from Hyattsville, Maryland, Andrew Bays.
Andrew Bays does just exactly what you want a punter to do in that short yardage situation. Puts the ball out of bounds on the 8-yard line. An old kickback for a young player like that. Great play.
26-yard boot, but forget the numbers. That's just what East Carolina wanted. Now West Virginia will have to march it 92 yards in the other direction.
Now, on the last play by Marcus Crandall, it was a hot receiver. He had to get rid of the ball. The receiver did not make the adjustment, didn't read the blitz coming right at him. Marcus got rid of the ball wisely, but the receiver, number 20, is the one that messed up the football play.
Don Nealon told us during the week he wanted to keep the very intelligent quarterback Marcus Crandall guessing all day. So far, West Virginia keeping Crandall on his toes a bit.
Well, you talk about a big defensive effort. From the 38-yard line, they ended up with 0 points. Now, West Virginia's got to move the ball 92 yards for a score. That's a long way to go. But let's see what kind of power they have to move the football.
Out of the eye set, Mark Plants, the up back. Amos Zeraway, who fumbled on his second carry today, the eye tailback. Good play fake. Johnson has his man. Saunders makes the juggling catch up at the 22-yard line. Morris Foster knocked him out of bounds, but a first down pickup.
Excellent play action by Chad. Throws the football right out into David Saunders. See what happens, the linebacker gets in the way, but Saunders takes his eye off the ball just to catch it, turns it downfield. Big mistake, but he recovered with the lucky to bounce right back into his hands.
15-yard pickup. David Saunders, the sophomore from Palatine, Illinois. They like to throw the out to him. He's got good size at 6'2". That was his 8th catch of the year. First and 10, Mountaineers. They're on 22. Scoreless first quarter here in Morgantown. Johnson looks right. It's it complete to Zeraway. And he cannot break away that time. Back at the 27-yard line. Forrest Foster brought down Zeraway. Nice sure tackle. Pickup of just 5. Good stop by the redshirt freshman Foster. Your East Carolina defense brought to you by Crispy's Wheaties and Raisins. Renzo West, 13 career sacks, and 3 of them came last year against West Virginia.
West Virginia doing exactly what they want to do. Get the ball in the open field to a great running back. Forrest Foster was the one that stopped the play with an excellent tackle. It's just a good offensive series, good defensive series.
Second down, long 5. Saunders in motion. This is Zeraway sweeping it left and brought down by Lorenzo West. Just a pickup of a yard or 2, and so far the Pirate defense has swarmed the number 20, Amos Zeraway. And now let's show you the rest of East Carolina's defense. Carlos Brown, a senior out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Had a big game last week with 8 tackles and a sack. And Darren Hart, the twin brother of David Hart, a senior out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He was the defensive MVP in last year's Liberty Bowl.
Number 22, excellent defensive strong safety.
Third down situation here for West Virginia. Third down and 4. Johnston over the middle and out of the hands of Rashawn Vanderpool. The game we thought would be a shootout has not looked that way here early. 10:27 to go, first quarter. And these clubs exchanging punts.
Rashawn Vanderpool for the first down has got to make the play again. He's trying to make too much out of the play. Third down series, must make the catch.
Vanderpool just 3 receptions through the first 2 weekends. They expect much more than that. Jason Nichols back as the solo return man. And Brian West that hangs it high. But short. Does take a good roll for West Virginia, and Van Washington will down it at the East Carolina 35-yard line. That's a 37-yard punt. Scoreless football game here in Morgantown. 10:16 left here in the first quarter. Welcome back to Morgantown, West Virginia. Scoreless first quarter between East Carolina and the Mountaineers. We talked to Steve Logan about the keys for his flamboyant offense today.
We have got to take care of the football because West Virginia has proven that they can play games, 2 this year, and they've had 1 turnover. We've played 1 game and had 2 turnovers. We have got to find a way to reduce the number of turnovers and still go out and run our style of football, which is fairly wide open.
That's Steve Logan in his 5th year as the head coach of the East Carolina Pirates. He's done a terrific job in his first Division I head coaching situation, hoping for his quarterback to heat up. Marcus Crandall 1 for 5, just 4 yards. He starts off his 3rd possession, 1st and 10, at his own 36. Tight end Sean Richards in motion. This is Scott Harlan, has some running room. Down hard by Charles Emmanuel, the strong safety. Brings it up to the 42, a 6-yard gain on first down.
Tell you, Charles Emmanuel and made sure that he had this young man remember where he came from. That's an excellent safety play. That's why Charles is probably elected captain, because he leads by example.
Scott Harley, a hard-running sophomore out of Neptune, New Jersey, starts the year off as the man, taking over the role that Terrace McPhail, a current member of the Miami Dolphins, filled last year. Full of time, thrown slightly behind Harley. That would have been a tough grab. So Crandall is struggling. He's 1 out of 6. And that brings up a 3rd down and 4 for Steve Logan and company.
Again, I'm not sure that Crandall didn't throw that one away because he had no place to go with the ball. I think he's right on schedule. I think they're doing an excellent job on him defensively. But I think, don't get carried away with how many he's completing. He knows exactly what he's doing. I don't see any harm there. West Virginia's playing great defense.
Crandall into the gun on 3rd and 4. And we get movement. First penalty marker against East Carolina.
Left guard.
Yes, looked like Shane McPherson.
No, it can't be. Can't be.
Good name, bad move.
No way.
Offense, 5 yards.
East Carolina committed 10 penalties a week ago in their win against East Tennessee State. That was a closer game than Steve Logan would have liked. Matter of fact, they trailed 21-17 early 3rd quarter, but responded with 28 unanswered points. Now the Pirates looking for their first 3rd down pickup of a 1st down. They're 0 for 2. And they need 9 yards for the 1st down. Quarterback draw for Crandall. And nobody fooled on West Virginia. Just a 2-yard gain. Bob Baum, the defensive end, got a hand in there to trip up Crandall, who won't hesitate to run if he feels he can get there.
2 things. That's an awful long way for a draw. Plus, he didn't delay the thing, didn't show pass at all. He hurried the draw play, and he also, 3rd and 9 is too long for a draw to be called in that situation.
Bob Baum, first-year starter, making a big play, forcing East Carolina into their 3rd punt here in the 1st quarter. Andrew Bays, Vanderpool calling fair catch and making it right at the 21-yard line. That's where West Virginia will take over. 1st and 10, scoreless football game after the 39-yard punt. We'll be back for more 1st quarter action right after this. Good afternoon from Morgantown. Eric Reed along with Dick McPherson. These two clubs going through the early round, sort of testing one another out. We've had very little offense for either club. 1st and 10 West Virginia, they're on 21. This is Amos Zaraway, and he has found the yards very tough to come by. Gains 3 up near the 25-yard line. Carlos Brown, the senior linebacker, put the wrapper on Zaraway. Came in averaging 10 yards a carry, but he has been held in check so far. Zaraway, 4 carries, 16 yards.
The number one thing that East Carolina wanted to do was stop the run, and Zaraway is finding out the 3rd week of college football that they're zeroing in on him. He's paying the price.
Anthony Green, another freshman fullback in that split backfield. Johnston gives it off to Green, and he stumbles forward for about 3 yards. We were told yesterday by the offensive people at West Virginia that they want to get their fullbacks 12 to 13 carries a game. How come, Coach?
Just to take a pressure off Zaraway right there. It's very obvious they're keying on him. Everybody's going right to him, which should open up the fullback. And I think once they get to the trapping game, they're going to be in tremendous shape.
Anthony Green and Mark Plants, both redshirt freshmen. They were slated to be the backups to Leroy White, who was arrested in the midst of Don Nehlen's camp late this summer. And he is done for the year, probably. On 3rd and 3, Johnston felt the heat and threw it incomplete to Zaraway, and he was covered very well out in the flat by senior linebacker B.J. Crane. So, in a day where we thought the offenses would shoot it out, this has been a defensive-oriented 1st quarter.
Well, excellent game plans by both coaches, and the defenses are dominating the game. The key is that they had 1 turnover, and the kicking game is equal, so therefore you have an equal game.
It's on 4th and 3. Brian West, a senior out of Falsington, Pennsylvania, will boot it toward the dangerous Jason Nichols. Makes the catch, 28, and nowhere to go but right down. Terrific special teams coverage from Van Washington. He's the snapper on the punts, and he can race it down the field. The senior from Monticello.
That's what they do with
stop. No return on a 43-yard punt.
Brian West is a whole different person than 1996. We don't have to sweat every punt that's taken here right now. Excellent coverage by Van and tremendous support by the whole West Virginia special team.
7:22 left, first quarter. Scoreless between the Pirates of East Carolina, the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Marcus Crandall will try to rev it up. He'll ride Scott Harley on first down. And big, strong Scott Harley rumbles to the 32-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain for Bernard Russ, number 91, and Mike Logan, number 23, were able to derail Harley. Of course, Harley is the first power runner in Steve Logan's era at East Carolina.
Excellent hit by Bernard. He really laid it to him. Welcome to Division I football, Mr. Harley.
Second down and 6. Crandall with time. Moving out of the pocket, first down as he scampers out at the 42. A 10-yard run for Marcus Crandall, one of the things that make him such a difficult player to defend.
Very wisely stepped out of bounds and took the first down, knew where he was going. That's the experience that he has that Coach Logan was talking about.
Of course, they feel the combination of running and throwing. Not a better quarterback in the land than number 5, Marcus Crandall. He went to a small high school in North Carolina, run-oriented offense, and was a sleeper recruit. Mitchell Galloway went for a 20-yard touchdown run last week, but Charles Emmanuel, the strong safety, darted in there for a negative play for East Carolina.
This is a wrong read by the quarterback. He's not getting out on the people. He shouldn't be pitching the ball. He should be taking it to one more man. He served him to the soup. I don't think you'll see much of the option game here this afternoon.
Loss of 5. Bernard Russ helped destroy that play. Russ, a rangy linebacker, the boisterous leader of that West Virginia defense. 2nd and 15 now for East Carolina. Crandall again the throw. Has his man to midfield, just shy of a first down. Mike Sellers, a sophomore from Covington, Georgia, with his first catch of the year. He was brought down after a gain of about 13 by Emmanuel.
Now again, what happens here, we can't have anybody waiting that long. The play took too long to develop. Made an excellent play for Marcus Crandall. Now we're coming into another situation, 3rd down and 3. But Coach Logan is getting what he wants. Long second down and plays, and he's going to be able to stop him. Now we see what happens here.
Crandall's fun to watch. He stays in that pocket and lets it rip. Now can they pick up a first down on 3rd and 2? Crandall still has it. Safety blitz going deep and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Oh my, that was nearly a big play. J.J. McQueen, a backup tight end, had it and dropped it.
Well, you opened the game up by saying the Mississippi Gambler, just a tremendous football player, and they had the pressure right on him. Came right back to the outside and threw an excellent football play. Tremendous defensive play by Van Washington.
East Carolina now 0 for 4 on 3rd down. Bays punting it off on 4th and 3. Vanderpool settles under it, calls for the fair catch at the 13-yard line. 37-yard punt, and we are still scoreless here at Mountaineer Field in Morgantown, West Virginia. The Pirates and the Mountaineers battling for the opportunity to crack into the national rankings.
This Andrew Baines is punting. Matt Levine started the season. This young man knows what he's doing. He's handling the punting game. Look at the hole that he's putting the West Virginia offense in. They've had the ball on the 8-yard line. They've had the ball on the 22 and now back in the 12, 13-yard line. It's a long way to go. Excellent field position defensively by East Carolina.
We've already had 6 punts in this first quarter. Chad Johnston on 1st and 10, his own 13-yard line. This is Amos Zeraway. He breaks it across the 20 up to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 on first down. Roderick Coleman brought him down. And we talked to Don Nealon yesterday. How good can Amos Zeraway be?
The sky's the limit for this guy because he's a young kid. He works hard. He likes to play. And I think as we go along, naturally, he's not going to continue to average 10 yards per carry, but he's still a handful whenever he has the football.
That was a 12-yard run for Zeraway. He's got 28 yards, 5 carries. And the Mountaineers have a first down and another try for Zeraway, and that time he loses yards. Roderick Coleman, who has blossomed into a very special player, according to his head coach, Steve Logan. Sophomore from Philadelphia, broke into the backfield. A loss of 1.
Well, he was allowed penetration, and Zeraway had nowhere to go, and he tried to slip. He go back to the inside, so it was an excellent defensive play by Coleman.
You impressed with East Carolina's defense so far?
Well, I want to see a little bit better field position by West Virginia before I say that. Right now, they have to be a little bit restricted. Both teams are playing excellent defense. I'm impressed with both of them.
There are the numbers of a freshman out of Hempstead, New York. Second down, 11. Saunders makes the catch. Saunders up to the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard pickup, very close to a first down. Saunders brought down by David Hart, and they do move the chains.
Now, the same play that we had before that Vanderpool drop. Saunders, the West Virginia receivers have got to keep their eye on the football, make sure of the catch, know where they are on the football field, and then dive for the first down. On third down plays, you've got to get the first down and move the chains. They're doing it now. They're in much better position on the 36-yard line.
East Carolina knows all about David Saunders. He had 4 catches, 99 yards, and a 50-yard touchdown against the Pirates a year ago. Zeraway gets away from one man and another. Zeraway spinning and bouncing off tacklers. He's across the 40 to the 41 and a 5-yard pickup. Lorenzo West finally able to hammer him down.
Now, these are the kind of football plays that make a football team go. Zeraway's not only helping himself, he's helping the whole team. Everybody gets excited on this play. I hope that you can see the players right on the bench. See how they're getting excited. That's what wakes everybody up. Nice job, Zeraway.
A very compact guy, Amos Zeraway, 5'10", 190 pounds, a weight room warrior. Look at those triceps bulging. Bench presses about 400 pounds. On 2nd and 5, the delay with that is a bad maneuver as Alvin Swope was buried by the blitzing linebacker B.J. Crane. And that's a loss all the way back to the West Virginia 35-yard line.
Again, it's a penetration by the East Carolina team, and Alvin really doesn't have anywhere to go. The wise thing is get down, let's have another football play. Because the penetration is what stopped the football play there. He was on a delayed draw, and he had no place to go once he got the football.
Swope stays in the game. He's a redshirt freshman out of Port St. Lucie, Florida, and another very good tailback for West Virginia. Third down, 11. Johnson flips it complete to Swope. And Swope fumbled the football at the 35-yard line. Well short of a first down on 3rd and 11. He gained just a yard.
Turnover here is a dangerous thing.
Carolina saying they've got it.
You talk about 3rd down 11, you run on the swing pass with 2 defenders out there. It's I think Chad's got to read downfield and stay on a little bit longer because the Trill opened up later on that play.
Roderick Coleman.
At least they have the chance to get. Now again, he's throwing out to the wide side to see. If you see the 2 defenders come right there, and David Saunders is hooking further down the field, he's got to stay on it, get those fellas free, and then drive it in there. Just was a little impatient on that play. Well, at least they have a chance to punt.
Very well defended by East Carolina. They came for that punt. West got it off. Nichols underneath for the fair catch at the East Carolina 25-yard line. A hanging punt of 39 yards as we wind down in the first quarter here in Morgantown, West Virginia. Minute 16 left in it. And we are scoreless.
Well, I also like that Brian West looks like a Division I punter. This makes a world of difference as far as West Virginia is concerned. Here we go back on offense with East Carolina.
On first down, Crandall looking both ways, finds his tight end, Scott Richards. And the big fella goes 6'5", 260, a senior out of North Augusta, South Carolina. And he picks up a short gain. John Hadley And Mike Logan in on the stop. John Hadley wears number 52. He started the game last week and came up with 14 tackles, 10 of them solo. He was the co-defensive player of the week in the Big East.
All those black shirts are there. West Virginia is playing excellent defense. They're going to be tough to beat this year.
Second down and 9. That's Linwood DeBrew in motion. Crandall hangs in there and has his man, Larry Shannon. Sliding catch up to the 40-yard line. 13-yard pickup and a first down for East Carolina.
I think you could see again when Marcus has time, he can drill the ball in. He's very wisely throwing away when he hasn't got it. He isn't caring about the number of completions he has. He just wants to keep moving the chain with first downs.
Shannon caught 2 touchdowns against the Mountaineers a year ago. Not a highly recruited player. Only East Carolina and West Virginia Tech recruited him. He was a 170-pound high school tight end. They said he could hide behind dental floss. On first down, Crandall going deep on the out pattern to Lamont Chappell, and it was overthrown. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Just 9 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Again, we're into a second long situation, which is exactly what they want with Marcus Crandall. But very wisely, he takes and throws the ball out of bounds so he doesn't lose any yardage and takes a big hit from the on-rushing West Virginia Mountaineers.
West Virginia would love to get off to the 3-0 start. It would equal the Miami Hurricanes takeoff here in '96. A long way to go in this one. Scoreless as we near the end of this first quarter. It's 2nd and 10. This is Scott Harley on the cutback, and he is brought down by Bernard Russ, the inside linebacker who had 8 tackles at Pitt in the opener and did not play last week with a sprained ankle. So we are 1 quarter through here in Morgantown, West Virginia. No advantage gained for either side. Ladies and gentlemen, with the coach, Dick McPherson, I'm Eric Reed. We welcome you back. Our Big East Game of the Week opener here in Morgantown, West Virginia, scoreless after a quarter. There is one of the best sack men in college football, Canute Curtis. We call him the Amityville Horror. He's from Amityville, New York. A year ago, 10 sacks. He's 1 sack away from equaling Ronaldo Turnbull's all-time West Virginia record. He's a special player, Dick.
Well, the nice thing about it, he just keeps getting better and better and better. And Coach Thielen says that he's right where he wants a great linebacker right now in his senior year and showing tremendous leadership beside.
On 3rd and 7, Crandall fires incomplete, intended for the fullback, Shep Sapaniak. And here is a look at what West Virginia has done with the sacks this year. 15 through their first 2 games. They have not been able to sack Marcus Crandall yet, but Crandall is a tough quarterback to get to.
I don't think he's allowing it. He's throwing that ball away. That's where the incompletions come. He's not allowing sacks, throwing it away very wisely. A well-coached offensive unit. Well-coached football team, both of them.
Well, the first downs have been tough for either club to come by here in this first half. Andrew Bays gets his right foot into that one. A spiraling punt. Vanderpool backpedaling. Did not call for the fair catch, and he was roped down inside his own 10-yard line. Terrific special teams coverage from Tabari Wallace, a junior from New Bern, North Carolina. How about the punt, 49 yards, and the coverage?
Well, it's just amazing exactly what Bays is doing with the thing. As a young freshman, he's causing this field position bad for West Virginia all by himself. And I can't wait to see the good field position by West Virginia. See what they've got a long way to go here each and every time.
Dick, we've had only 3 first downs combined so far. 2 for West Virginia, 1 for East Carolina. Just underway, second quarter. Chad Johnston has Rashawn Vanderpool in motion. Just as Amos Zaraway was getting his left ankle taped on the West Virginia sideline during that last defensive possession.
Eric
was able to pick up just a short gain. Marvin Burke, the senior linebacker from Jacksonville, Florida, stopped Zaraway.
What I was saying before is that East Carolina had a great opportunity at the 38-yard line with only 38 yards to score. I want to see West Virginia have one of those. Then I'll determine how good the defense is. West Virginia's defense is doing great. East Carolina also.
2nd and 7. This is the fullback, Mark Plants. He pulls his way to the 20-yard line. A pickup of 4 to bring up a 3rd and 3. Let's go back to John Sanders.
Here's an update now from the Big East. Virginia Tech at Boston College. The Hokies on the march right here. A good start for Druckenmiller. Sets up, fires over the middle. Brian Jennings gets it into the end zone for the early lead. And they go up 7-0 at Boston College. We take you back to Morgantown.
Thank you, John. Dick and I will be in Hokie Land next week. We'll see Virginia Tech and Rutgers. Looking forward to that one. 3rd down and 3 for the Mountaineers. We are scoreless here in Morgantown. Early moments, second quarter. The fullback, Clance, gets his 2nd consecutive carry, and he picks up the 3rd first down today for the Mountaineers. Lorenzo West in on the stop with Travis Dart. Mark Clance, a pre-med student. Great young man, not playing like a freshman, and doing a very nice job as a blocker. Coach Logan was telling, actually Coach Nealon was telling us, both his fullbacks too young to even be nervous.
They don't know about that. Simple. Excellent call, quick count, caught him a little bit off guard for the first down.
From their own 24, Johnston wants to throw it on the out. He has David Sanders, and Saunders wasn't content with just the first down. He wanted to turn it up on Forrest Foster. They pick up 13 yards. The favorite pattern for David Saunders on the out. First down.
Tremendous execution. Sanders is now he's playing like a sophomore. Sees he can't go anywhere. Takes the ball out of bounds and doesn't get reckless with it. Takes the move the change. First down. Chad Johnson, by the way, is playing real nice, calm, confident football also.
Saunders already with 3 catches, 41 yards. He extends his consecutive game receiving streak to a 12th game. 0 way up the middle. And he is tattooed at the 41-yard line.
You know, they talk about
the Hart brothers.
The Hart brothers. Look at the first quarter stats here.
Not much for either side.
And the score indicates it. We figured there was going to be a defensive battle. They're each feeling each other out, but I guarantee you this thing will open up in this quarter and in the second half with some scores, because both teams offensively are just feeling each other out now and knowing where they're going.
By the way, Amos Zeraway, first West Virginia back to gain over 100 yards in each of his first 2 games, has 40 yards and 9 carries so far. On 2nd down and 5, Saunders makes the catch. First down, Mountaineers. David Saunders having a big time first half. That's his 4th reception.
We're getting a tremendous execution here. Look how everybody's backed off. David Saunders is sitting here all alone by himself. Should just take off down the football field. He does it. He starts officiating. Look down where his feet are. Let the official call that. Move the ball down the field for a little bit more yardage. Stay on the sideline. Doc Holliday's there coaching him up. He recruited him, and excellent prospect. He's out of Illinois, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Doc Holliday, wide receiver coach, been here in Morgantown 22 years as a coach. He also played here in West Virginia. On 1st and 10, West Virginia's first trip into East Carolina territory. Zeraway trying to dance free. Picks up about 3 yards. The Hart brothers. They were both there around Amos Zeraway. David and Darren Hart, twin brothers out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They both wanted to attend school together. East Carolina, the only institution that offered both Hart brothers scholarships, and they had both great 4-year starters.
22, 21. I wonder if the 21 guy was the first one born. Probably that's the way it is. Both of them, 22 especially at strong safety. 21 can unload a real hit from the free safety.
2nd and 7. Vanderpool, the man in motion. Zeraway up the middle, and he is taken down by Carlos Brown, who broke the play up. Of course, every time Zeraway touches it, he's got the potential to run right to the house. But so far, his longest gain today, not a real big gainer. Longest gain this afternoon for Amos, 12 yards.
Zeraway is a little bit more tentative. I think he can't really read what East Carolina's doing. When he explodes a little bit more, he'll make bigger gains with the thing. Too slow hitting the hole.
Big play here. West Virginia's deepest penetration into East Carolina territory, and Mondell Corbett jumped off sides on 3rd and 5. That's moving the chains the easy way.
That's a coach's nightmare. Defensive coordinator's nightmare. You're giving them a first down. And with the cadence, he just was not patient with the thing at all. It wasn't a play on his part. Just too anxious.
Encroachment. Defense. 5 yards. It will be enough for first down.
A Big East officiating crew. That was our referee, Reg Dedelier. Of course, big fella, Montel Corbett. You can't hide.
I think Red, the official, made it the first down. I think it would have been a little bit closer if they'd have measured that thing, but West Virginia happily takes it. Tremendous defensive mistake on East Carolina's part. Now look at the field position they had with the first down. Long drive, best drive of the game by either team.
They've got 7 first downs, looking for their first points. Martin Plants, the fullback, picks up 2. B.J. Crane on the stop. Back for another update from John Sanders.
This update from University Park, Pennsylvania and Beaver Stadium. Curtis Enos not playing this afternoon so far. Aaron Harris on instead, and he goes 16 yards to give Penn State the early lead. Back we go to Morgantown. Eric?
Many of our Big East viewers will see Penn State at the Meadowlands next Saturday against the Scarlet Knights, actually against the Owls of Temple. It's the 10th play of this drive. On second down, all day for Johnston, but he overshot it out on the left flat for David Saunders. Chad Johnston, sharp against Pitt in the opener. Did not play as well last week against Western Michigan, 12 of 27, 149 yards, and he was sacked 3 times. How about his performance so far today?
Excellent today. He's got tremendous percentage. That time again, Saunders, the man that he wanted to go to, was covered to right over his head and out of bounds. He takes it, what is it, about 7 out of 10? He's at 70%. Right on schedule. He's going now with a third down and play. And if they don't get that, they've got a field goal chance. That's an experienced, dedicated quarterback doing what Coach Samuel wants him to do.
From the East Carolina 33, it's third down and 7. Johnston over the middle. Saunders makes the catch. First down and 10 for West Virginia at the East Carolina 14-yard line. A 19-yard hookup. David Saunders, a real favorite of Chad Johnston.
They talked about going to San Francisco, the 49ers, and seeing the play. That's exactly what Steve Young does, comes down. He throws it to a guy by the number 80. I don't remember what his name is for 49ers, but that guy there, that's the same football play. So that one trip, one day was worth that big play right there on third down.
David Saunders, 5 already, 72 yards receiving in this first half.
Substitution violation. Offense.
Oh, my goodness.
Don Nealon not happy with that penalty. Of course, you mentioned, Dick, the West Coast offense being reflected in the West Virginia offense. The quick-hitting timing patterns, taking pressure off the offensive line. You attack underneath. You go for yards after the catch as you look at your red zone numbers. 49er offensive coordinator Mark Trestman spent one day with the West Virginia coaches last spring. Got
whatever it cost him
in the morning, stayed till 10:30 at night.
That's one play. They got their money's worth.
First down and 15. Zeroaway with some room. And he cannot spin out of the grasp of Marvin Burke after he crossed the 15-yard line. Pickup of about 5 yards.
I studied him in the first 2 games, and he actually was running, exploding. See, he's getting things happening to him here that didn't happen to him in the first 2 games, and he's running a little bit like a freshman. Great talent, but very, very tentative. He's going to have to explode a little bit more.
Well, the Pirates zeroing in on Zeroaway.
They sure.
Second and 10. 9:18 to go. Second quarter. This football game is scoreless. And Johnston checking the play line of scrimmage. The senior. Oh my! Darren Hart, the strong safety, came blasting in. A head-hunting type sack.
Yeah, and these are the things that the poor quarterback, his backside, can't protect it. I'm sure a tight end on the backside didn't see the play, didn't block the guy coming in, and he's hit on the backside. We're lucky there from a West Virginia standpoint that it wasn't a fumble. It's a mental error on somebody on the blocking side. Didn't come out to the outside and pick him up because he must protect the backside of him.
Today, the 35th start in the career for Darren Hart. He's a big hitter. He laid some big-time lumber on Johnston, which brings up a third down and 18 at East Carolina 22. The draw to Zeroaway, nothing going on. Norris McCleary, a big sophomore who goes 295 pounds. He's out of Bessemer City, North Carolina, and he had number 20 right from the get-go.
I think Coach Nealon, the offensive coordinator, were trying to make sure that they could get the field goal out of things. But I'm surprised that they didn't try to get the ball downfield and kick it.
Jay Taylor, the redshirt freshman walk-on kicker.
Amazing what he's done for West Virginia.
He beat out Brian Bauman, the incumbent. He has not missed yet this year. And it is on the way, and it is no good. So he misfires for the first time in '96. That was a 42-yard try. He had hit a 44-yarder a week ago. So here in Morgantown, East Carolina and West Virginia still scoreless with 7:43 left in the first half.
It'll be first.
Today's Big East telecast is brought to you by Discus Athletic Activewear. Discus Athletic, the one thing to wear for every sport. And by Crispy Wheaties and Raisins. Try Crispy Wheaties and Raisins, the raisin cereal with the big crunch.
Let the headsets and go, guys.
And welcome back here in Morgantown, West Virginia with the coach, Dick McPherson. I'm Eric Reed. East Carolina just 3 first downs so far. 7:43 left in the first half. And Marcus Crandall will try again. Crandall so far today, 4 for 12, just 30 yards. He'll run it this time and scoot his way to the 33-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards. Let's get another update from John Sanders in our Big East studio.
Thank you, Eric. We take you to Ole Miss. The Tigers of Auburn on the move. Demanion Craig, the fade to Robert Baker. He gets it in the end zone for the touchdown. 7-0 Auburn has the lead. The Tigers on the road. Let's go back to Morgantown for the years. Eric?
Robert Baker, a touchdown maker there. Second down, 2 yards to go. Crandall, a throw for it. Nice catch by Larry Shannon on the post pattern. Shannon picks up the first down to the 44-yard line, an 11-yard gain. Finally brought down by Mike Logan, but Larry Shannon, that's quite a target. 6'6", 205 pounds, a junior out of Stark, Florida. Tough cover for a good cover man in Mike Logan. So the 4th first down pickup this afternoon for East Carolina. They go 1st and 10, their own 44. Crandall out of the gun. This is Hurley, inside give. Nice running room. He gains 6 up to midfield before running into senior Elige Longino from Cleveland.
Again, from the shotgun, excellent play. No penetration by West Virginia, which is what happened when East Carolina penetrated on West Virginia from the offensive standpoint. That makes the good draw play, puts them right on schedule with a nice second down situation.
2nd and 5. Harley tripped up line of scrimmage. This time he gets just a yard. The strength for Harley is his power, but he was unable to escape the grasp of Henry Slay.
Henry made a nice penetrating move on the thing, teed off on him and took the legs right off from under.
He had a big game last year against the Pirates. Did Henry Slay, a second-year starter, 7 tackles, couple of forced fumbles, and 1 recovered fumble. Closest thing we've had to points, the 42-yard field goal miss from Jay Taylor, and the big defensive stop by Darren Hart on the safety blitz to force the longer field goal. 3rd and 3 for Crandall. Back down, Crandall caught it. And Crandall picks up the first down. Heads up for the senior quarterback who caught the batted ball and turned it into a Pirate first down.
Well, that's a play and a half, and so disheartening for a West Virginia team that makes a big play, and then a big play guy turns it into a first down and keeps excellent field position.
John Thornton got his big arms up there to bat it down. And how about the heads up by Crandall? Another first down. This is their deepest charge into West Virginia territory at the Mountaineer 45. Harley coming right, tripping away from Canute Curtis. He is a bulldozer type back. He gets to the West Virginia 42, a 4-yard gain.
Canute
Bob
still makes the
Baum on
play,
the stop.
Canute still makes the play, slows the man down to allow the pursuit to get there. And you could tell by the play of the offensive lineman, he was upset because he couldn't move Canute out of the way to make the box.
Canute Curtis shaved his head yesterday prior to West Virginia's practice. 2nd down, 7. Crandall, deep for Troy Smith. And just overthrown. Troy Smith had put about a yard or two between he and Perlo Bastine, the redshirt freshman cornerback.
I tell you, Perlo, all the defensive backs from West Virginia are really challenging the receivers from East Carolina. And it's almost to the point of interference. And it's nothing for Marcus to read at all.
Now, third down efficiency has not been good for the Pirates. They are just 1 of 6, changing third downs to first down. And whistle stop it as Crandall went to throw.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards.
Must have moved just prior to the snap because the official stopped the football play.
Please reset the clock to read 4:37. 4:37.
Yeah, it looks like the right tackle moved on that football play. It's number 61, Ron Sutter. I think that's the guy that moved.
Third penalty here in the first half for East Carolina. 4:37 left in this first half. A scoreless football game. And on 3rd and 12, Crandall sets up, fires, and has his man. A fingertip catch for the first down from Mitchell Galloway, the senior out of Bennettsville. South Carolina gains 21 yards.
You know, again, a crossing pattern, the same thing that you saw from a different look, but he's again a crossing pattern against the thing that settles right in. And Galloway is an excellent receiver, has been, and was a great receiver last year and puts the ball away nicely. First down on the 21-yard line.
He's got 90 career receptions, one of the best ever pass catchers for East Carolina. And Marcus Crandall, he throws a pretty football. First and 10, East Carolina's best march so far. Crandall flips it out and picked off. Intercepted by Mike Logan. His 4th career interception. A big play for the West Virginia defense.
And one of the things that people have got to watch, Canute Curtis is putting tremendous pressure and hurries Marcus Crandall. He lost his poise and just laid up here. He didn't drill it. Watch Canute coming over here and putting the pressure on. And what happened to Marcus, he just laid the thing up because he didn't have time to set. See how he just laid up at the air real sloppily? Now, what really happens is an interception, tremendous play by number 23. But what really happens is Canute puts the pressure on. Good play all the way around.
Back, we apologize while we're away. We missed about a 6-yard gain from Chad Johnston and David Saunders. And you just saw a Missouri gallop to another West Virginia first down. 3.5 minutes to go, second quarter. No score between the Mountaineers and the Pirates of East Carolina. Both clubs seeming to be improving on the
you see in the second quarter, yeah, this is exactly what's happened. They felt each other out. Now both clubs are moving the ball. Who is not going to make a mistake? They missed a field goal, West Virginia did, and now the interception with the tremendous pressure by Canute Curtis and a great grab by number 23,
Mike Logan. From the 33, first down and 10. Johnson with all sorts of time. That was nearly intercepted. Dropped by Marvin Burke. Now the senior was right there in front of it, and he knows he let one get away.
It's the one that Chad Johnson didn't wait before to develop. It's a nice curl pattern, but the linebacker's running all the way over to pick it up. A very dangerous maneuver. He should have had the interception. Big mistake by Chad Johnson. He's lucky to get away with it.
Oh, and he got hit pretty hard right at the end of that play.
Those things take a long time to develop. You've got to read it and stand in your pocket. Quarterbacks will take a hit on those long drag curl patterns.
Numbers look pretty good for Johnston, but he has yet to make a big play this afternoon for his Mountaineers.
Really tried.
Looking down to his tight end, Chad Wable. Catch and gets tattooed by Carlos Brown, the linebacker. Hart, the strong safety, short pickup, and that'll bring up a third down and 6.
East Carolina says you got to have heart, and they certainly do. It's excellent defense. Watch how the corner comes back to the inside, and the safety's right there to take him on.
Darren Hart, the strong safety, knocked the football away from the junior Chad Wable. And a back up the last 2 years to Lovett. Purnell, his turn to start this year. Down at 6. Their own 38-yard line. West Virginia has been predominantly an I-back team, but they go out of split backs more this year. This is Wavell again. Gets away from Kendrick Phillips, and then is sawed down at the 38-yard line. No gain. Again, Carlos Brown, the rangy linebacker, able to bring down the tight end.
You have to wait a little longer for those plays to develop, but you can't get it off to the tight end that easy because he's got to make it 6 or 7 yards with the football play. Can't make it on the line of scrimmage throw.
Another punt upcoming for Brian West.
They pressured last time, almost got it. Better protection by West Virginia.
Jason Nichols back in solo safety formation. He'll let this one bounce on a short boot. And it finally stops just outside the 21-yard line. 40-yard punt, no return, and hard to believe we are still scoreless here in Morgantown.
And West Virginia's got to work about protection on the punts. They're in trouble.
Pretty afternoon. Temperatures in the high 60s here in Morgantown, West Virginia, and this one's been easy to recap. 8 punts between these two clubs. Each side has a turnover, 1 missed field goal on the West Virginia side. Well, Discus Athletic salutes the superior performances of these student athletes on and off the field. Discus Athletic, proud to be associated with the outstanding versatility that makes these players unique. Steve Lippy and Dan Gonzalez, great work in the classroom, on the playing field. With Dick McPherson, Eric Reed, happy to have you along. Our first of many Big East Conference games of the week. Well, this is the give on first down, the Scott Harley. Little delay action. Harley across the 25 to the 26-yard line. That's about a 6-yard gain. Canute Curtis on the stop.
It's only 1:12 left to go in the half here, and I thought that he'd go to his 2-minute offense, but it looks like he's just going to go 0-0 and run the ball and get out of here.
Coming up just a minute from now, John Sanders back in our Big East studio. He'll update that BC-Virginia game in Chestnut Hill, Mass. Also check out Boston's trip to Hawaii. 2nd down and 4. Crandall out of the gun, but penalty markers down. Dick, are you surprised that this has been a scoreless first half?
I'm surprised, but I just have to see West Virginia with a little bit better field position before I give them credit. They moved the ball down and had a field goal. It shouldn't be. That kick was there to be made. East Carolina, I thought they'd have trouble against this West Virginia defense. They are, but it's very obvious that he wants to go in and get settled down. The clock is running, and he's going to take, it's going to be a 0-0 halftime.
East Carolina, 10 penalties in their opener a week ago, 4 here in the first half today. Harley straight up the middle, and he will be shy of the first down. That'll bring up about 3rd and 5, and they are content to just let this clock wind down.
I thought West Virginia would make it punt and see if they could make something out of the punt, but they're not. They're going to let it run out themselves.
The East Carolina coach Steve Logan, known as a riverboat gambler with his high-octane offense, content to go into the dressing room on the road in a scoreless tie. And I think one of the mottos,
he's not on the river right now,
and slogans for East Carolina is stay close, we can win games in the 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. That's how he's built his program, with that type of thinking.
And playing good defense like they are. Yep.
Well, defensive slugfest here in Morgantown. The offenses have been held very much in check. Scoreless halfway through between East Carolina and West Virginia. Back to your host, John Sanders, at our Big East studio.
It's even all the way. We pressured Crandall, and they did a fantastic job there. Now West Virginia must establish the offense here in the second half, and everything will be going fine from there.
So much expected from Marcus Crandall, the high-flying senior quarterback from East Carolina, who has rewritten all the East Carolina passing and total offense records. And he has done very little. Amos Zaraway, just 48 yards rushing in the first half. So they have held him relatively in check. Best performer in the first half offensively, sophomore flanker David Saunders of West Virginia, had 6 catches, 79 yards. Mountaineers will get it on offense to open up this 3rd quarter. Happy to have you with us We expected a shootout of sorts, but we also anticipated a very tight and competitive football game, and that has been delivered.
This was great about college football and half times. They don't have it like the NFL where they don't really have a lot of time. They have a good 20 minutes in there. They can get things going, rested. I believe you're going to see a much better offensive performance by both ball clubs in the second half.
Brantley Rivers kicking off, and Rivers' boot sails out of bounds, and that's your penalty marker.
Well, the big thing in college football, the ball comes out to the 35, so that is a big penalty. This is going to be the best field position starting off for West Virginia.
Kicking team, kick out of bounds. By rule, put the ball 35-yard line. First down.
Keep this in mind. Both these clubs played much better in the second half last week. West Virginia led Western Michigan 10-7 at half, wound up winning 34-9. Meanwhile, East Carolina against East Tennessee State, the Pirates were down 21-17 early third quarter and responded with 28 unanswered points. So maybe fireworks still to come.
Definitely much better offensive performances.
On first down, Zaraway cannot rip away from Travis Darden, the nose guard. They've defended Amos Zaraway very well. We talked to the coach, Steve Logan. How do you do that?
To stop this running back, we're going to have to get a lot of helmets on him, because what he's shown on film is that he will take a hit, come off, break the tackle, make you miss in secondary, and go the distance.
They've listened to Coach Steve Logan. There are a lot of helmets around Zaraway when he has the football. Excellent defensive job on taking the running away from a young man that's had excellent first two games.
Chad Johnston looks over the East Carolina defense on 2nd and 8. This is the fullback Martin Plants across the 40 to the 41, nearly a 4-yard pickup, before Carlos Brown and Roderick Coleman, two physical linebackers, made the stop on the redshirt freshman from Charleston, West Virginia.
3rd down and 4 coming up, right on schedule. They're feeling each other out, and I'm quite surprised that they're not going for anything more than this to start the second half of the field position. But I think they wanted to really test the running game to score nothing to nothing.
Steve Logan's defense digging in against Don Nealon's offense on 3rd down and 5 to go. They're on 40-yard line. Johnston with time. Ball was picked off by Forrest Foster, who had an interception last week. And if Forrest would have picked that one off, he'd have had the end zone in front of him.
Well, they had everybody coming in real tight coverage, and really David Saunders really didn't run the man off far enough. He just got over the first down and get set up too much and helped the defensive man be there. Didn't help his quarterback in that football play. Now again, we've got to get another punt out of West Virginia.
Excellent coverage by Forrest Foster. He's a redshirt freshman from Clemson, South Carolina, who took over for Dwight Henry, a starter in 30 games for East Carolina, but he was lost for the season with a knee injury. Nice punt taken by Perez Madison on the fair catch, 41-yard boot, and we are still scoreless. Nothing but goose eggs here in Morgantown.
Jason Nichols again, nice, read the thing, took it away nice.
Back in Morgantown, West Virginia with the coach, Dick McPherson. I'm Eric Reed. Donuts on the board for both clubs. You know, Don Nealon's defense has been dominant through the first 2 weeks. Dick McPherson asked him about it.
We do think we have a good defense, Mac, and I think we have some good players. There's no question we have at least 11 or 12 good players on our defense. Now, all 12 of them don't play at the same time, but offensively, we don't have that many players. Defensively, our kids run well. I think that we're schemed well, and I think if we're going to have any chance today, we're going to have to play very, very well on defense.
And so far, they have. 13:26 left, 3rd quarter. Carolina trying to break this scoreless tie. 1st and 10. They're on 19-yard line. Marcus Crandall over the middle has his man. Larry Shannon picks up 11 as a first down, brought down immediately by Mike Logan, who made the biggest defensive play for West Virginia in the first half with an interception deep in his end.
You know, Galloway goes across, it clears that out, and the inside slant, very, very difficult play all the way. Great timing by East Carolina.
Crandall now 8 of 18, 71 yards. Nigel Galloway in motion. Crandall again. Looking deep, stepping up. He'll go and slide down after a pickup of just 3, maybe 4 yards. John Hadley, the junior out of Delray Beach, Florida, made the stop. And Dick, the West Virginia defensive coaches love John Hadley, number 52. They say right now he's playing cold turkey. Very little experience as a junior college transfer, but tons of ability.
He's played a lot of football and was an outstanding junior college football player. They didn't think he could assimilate so well in the defense. That's what they're pleased about.
Second down, 7 to go. Crandall, moving pocket, squares the shoulder, and fires incomplete to Linwood DeBrew. The junior flanker tried to catch it, but came in on the one hop.
I see some frustration here on the East Carolina part. Crandall was ready to throw it deep when they broke the pattern on the second down. Now on the third down, he hurried to throw himself. This is the worst efficiency that I've seen by this East Carolina as they come out the second half.
Marcus Crandall has not lived up to the expectations today, but give credit to West Virginia's fast and physical defense. 3rd and 7. Deep drop for Crandall, forced out of the pocket by Longino, and incomplete. Bounced out of the hands of Jason Nichols, who is still looking for his first reception of the season.
Longino did great pressure there, and you could feel that Marcus was running over here trying to hurry the throw, feeling it was behind him. So you've got to credit the West Virginia defense in putting some hesitation in the whole East Carolina offense as we get started the second half. Both had a series, both had to punt the ball away.
We're getting to know these punters awfully well. Andrew Bays, the freshman. Line drive spiral, settling to Vanderpool on the run at the 26. And he is roped down at the 32, so a 6-yard return on a 41-yard punt. Dan Gonzalez, the backup quarterback, made the special teams hit on Vanderpool. So the defensive struggle continues here in Morgantown, West Virginia. Still looking for our first score on the board today.
And West Virginia, when we come back, is going to have a good field position again, 32-yard line.
Pretty afternoon here in Morgantown, West Virginia. Not for the offenses. We've had 11 punts from these two teams and combined 16 first downs, but no points. Early moments, third quarter with the coach, Dick McPherson. I'm Eric Reed, Chad Johnston, and the Mountaineers get to go at it again. This is the freshman, Amos Zeraway. Little running room for Amos that time, and he grabs 11 yards out of it. Number 21, David Hart, the free safety. The linebacker, Marvin Burke, also there to help, but that time Zeraway sweeping with success.
He's got to keep giving them the football and pound the thing out the way they are, but you must remember that Paul Jett, the defensive coordinator, Steve Logan, says we want to stop the run, and they've done a great job of it.
Zeraway has already had touchdown runs this year of 69 yards at Pitt, 67-yard run to the house last week against Western Michigan. First down, the fullback, Mark Plants, straight ahead. He gets 5 tough yards up near the 47-yard line. They're trying to keep that East Carolina defense off balance by giving it to the fullback. Ondell Corbett, who forced a fumble in the first half, brought down the fullback. And you wonder how Steve Logan feels about this one. He's used to playing wide open, high-scoring games. And
he knows he's into one. He knows he just can't make a mistake. 0-0. They're both playing it that way. There's no riverboat gambler that you talked about in this one. You can't throw the ball game away. They're playing straight up. The one that makes the big play is going to win this game as it looks in the third quarter.
Chad Johnston, he's a student of the game. He loves to watch film. He's playing pretty well today, and that one juggled and dropped by the freshman Mark Plants. Burke and the other outside linebacker, Matt Semenza, in on the coverage. That's just a drop football. And that brings up a 3rd down and 6 for the Mountaineers with just under 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Steve Logan noted for his proficiency as an offensive coach, but his defense has improved every year.
Well, that's the thing he had to do, is improve his defense because he knows he's good on offense, did a good job. You should have seen Chad Wavell, the tight end. He was wide open coming across. He thought the ball was coming in. Really frustrated.
With the eye set, 3rd down and 6. Zeraway, the tailback. Johnston steps up. Incomplete. Intended for his favorite target, David Saunders. Saunders with 6 catches in the first half, unable to come up with a third down grab. So instead of moving the chains, the offense moves to the bench.
Yeah, but you see Chad threw a bootleg behind the receiver, which made the receiver look bad, and then he hurries the throw to David Saunders out here. So this series is the quarterback's fault, not the East Carolina defense.
Well, you mentioned frustration on East Carolina's offense. You saw some of it here for West Virginia's offense. Oh, block punt! Big play for East Carolina. I believe it was Forrest Foster that blocked the punt for the Pirates. He's the man that almost had the interception a couple of series ago, and that's a huge play in a scoreless football game.
Same hold that we talked about the first half. They laid off the thing twice, and now the second punt of the second half, they came right at it, and he laid out well. A great execution by East Carolina. The big play in the game. This is the big play of the game after the fumble by Zeraway in the first half. Here they have the ball on the 30-yard line. Now the West Virginia defense is going to be tested really again.
West Virginia.
There's life everywhere now.
West Virginia had a punt blocked on them last week. And this week, Don Nealon said he worried about his kicking game. He's got something to worry about. 1st and 10 for the Pirates at the Mountaineer 30. Crandall wants 6. Going for it. And just out of the reach of the H-back Mitchell Galloway on the flag pattern to the end zone. That time, Marcus Crandall looking to strike big. That'll be 2nd and 10. We are scoreless. 10:37 left in the third quarter.
They have Galloway going down for the football, but when you have somebody that plays such great defense, like Emmanuel does, it's really helpful. 2nd and 10.
Split backs for Marcus Crandall. Good protection. Going deep again, and that's way overthrown. And that time he had to throw it away because the Amityville Horror, Canute Curtis, the senior from Amityville, New York, putting big-time heat on Marcus Crandall.
This is, again, a great play by the quarterback. Get rid of the football because Canute's coming right down at you. Now it becomes 3rd down and 10. This is where East Carolina's got to shine. That's twice now they've been down there in scoring range, and West Virginia's answered the call. 3rd down, big play.
Blitz coming. Crandall steps up for the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Lamont Chappell. He ran into a logjam. Bookend defense from Van Washington and Charles Emmanuel.
I'll tell you, Steve Logan comes after Marcus Crandall, man-to-man defense, 2nd and 3rd down, and really got a lot of pressure on Marcus. Marcus throws the ball, but really not on target. And even though there's bumping downfield, the official makes a good call that's allowed in college ball when it's not anywhere near being accepted.
Chad Holcomb, who won last year's game with a field goal, will try this one from 47 yards out. And look out for a fake. No. Holcomb breaks the tie.
Right down the middle.
Chad Holcomb won last year's game for East Carolina with a 27-yarder with 2:12 left in the game. And here in the third quarter with 10:17 left, Holcomb's 47-yard boot, our first points of the afternoon.
Well, again, the West Virginia defense did what they could do. They kept it right there for the long kick, and you can't ask any more. The punt block.
Nothing, and we finally have some points down there at Morgantown. Way to go, boys.
Thanks, John. Welcome back to Morgantown, West Virginia. Biggest play in this football game, the blocked West Virginia punt by redshirt freshman Forrest Foster, just his 2nd game as a college player, his 2nd start, and his block on the punt resulted in Chad Holcomb's 47-yard field goal. You can't give a lot
of credit to him because it's the protection problem they've had all day. They're going to have to get that taken care of. The key is the field goal kicker put it through. They've had the ball on the 30 and got a field goal on the 38. They got nothing out of it. They had to punt.
Brantley Rivers hits it end over end. And this will be Rashawn Vanderpool. At the 15, bounced away and has to run out. Good special teams coverage for East Carolina. Very little room for Rashawn Vanderpool. And now West Virginia has to play comeback football. They're trailing 3-0 with just over 10 minutes left in the third quarter. As you look at the young and talented coach of the East Carolina Pirates.
He smells blood. He's going after it. How about what Steve Logan has done at East Carolina? Take a look at that, huh?
As Steve Logan, just 43 years old, a native of Lawton, Oklahoma. This is his first head coaching job for 2 years. He was the offensive coordinator for Bill Lewis at East Carolina before taking over when Lewis went to Georgia Tech. Amos Saraway on first down, able to burst free. Picks up about 13 yards on a first down, brought down by David Hart.
Now, as this game opened, we talked West Virginia wanted to get East Carolina in second long. They've done it all day. They wanted to pressure Crandall receivers. They've done that outstandingly. They wanted to establish their offense. This is what they've got to do in this drive to answer the call of the score. They haven't established their offense any time today. Here's what they've got to get it done.
Pickup of 13 for Saraway. Famous Amos with 74 yards, 18 tries. This is the fullback Plants. No business there. Lorenzo West made a big stop on the play. West, number 45, one of Steve Logan's first recruits at East Carolina. He's one of the fifth-year seniors that really built the foundation of this East Carolina program.
And the nice thing about it is that Steve Logan knows it and gives the young man credit for it. And that builds a leadership in your senior group. And it's fun to watch a program, and I know the people in Greenville, North Carolina, down there in Western, that beautiful country right there on the shore. I know they're proud of what's happening at East Carolina with Steve Logan.
Well, Steve Logan talks so proudly of the tobacco fields and the football interest in Greenville. On second and 8, Johnston on a short flip. First down pickup for the fullback Plants. Gains about 12 before Darren Hart pops him out of bounds. But a nice catch for the freshman Plants. And Darren Hart shaken up.
Darren Hart unloaded on Plants, and Plants planted him. That's contact football right there. And that's what a fullback should be doing, lowering his shoulder and making people pay. And by the look of things, you don't have to worry about Hart. Harty's got a lot of heart. He'll be right up and playing very shortly.
Well, check this out. You'll hear and see the action.
That's football. That's a hit. Both ways.
And there is Darren Hart, the senior safety. 7 career interceptions for Hart. He's had some big plays today, including the sack on Johnston that forced the missed field goal. On first and 10, Johnston unloading. Sean Vanderpool, but it's incomplete. He was out of bounds when he caught it at the 25-yard line.
That's a great call by the official. It looked like he was in bounds.
Well, he had a step on the cover man. Tabari Wallace would have been Vanderpool's first reception today, but it goes for naught.
How fine engineering is going to get a nice end shot view of this, so we'll be able to look just what the official looked at as he's throwing the ball in the catch. Yep, nice call.
Good call. Beautiful look at it. Oh, he looked like he did get a foot, maybe 2 inbounds. That won't go over big in West Virginia. Fairway on second and 10 gets about 7 up near midfield. Kendrick Phillips, number 40, and David Hart, number 21. But Amos Saraway starting to get in a groove every time he touches it. 7, 8, 9 yards.
They're all moving it right now. And let me say this about the out-of-bounds thing. This was on the West Virginia bench down here. You didn't see them complaining too much, so I think it had to be out of bounds. That's as soon as he made the call, you didn't see it too much of a complaint. That usually means that he was out of bounds. Regardless of what you see on the film, I think it's going to show eventually that he was out of bounds.
On the way, Saraway, 81 yards, 19 carries. But they choose the fullback, Mark Plants, and on 3rd and 3, he gets less than a yard. Mondell Corbett wrapped him up, brought him down, and this not going over well in Morgantown. Another punt for the Mountaineers, trailing 3-0. They will give the football back to East Carolina.
Very wisely. Very wisely. They made that call earlier on 3rd down and 2 and made an excellent play. I even commented what a great call it was. You can't turn around now and call it a bad call. It just didn't work. Wisely punt.
West handled the snap on one bounce, and Jason Nichols makes the fair catch at the 18-yard line. So no return, a 32-yard punt. And a 3-0 lead for East Carolina. Let's find out what else is going on in college football. John Sanders has it for you at our Big East studio.
And we're going to take you to Ole Miss. The Rebels quarterback Paul Head with a pass right through the hands of his intended receiver. And for the Tigers, it's Jason Bray, number 4. He'll take it all the way in for the touchdown. And Auburn is rolling right now over Ole Miss. He dives in for the score. That makes it 24-14. Let's go back to Morgantown where it's 3-0. Eric?
Thanks, John. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. This is Scott Harley. Runs into much resistance in that West Virginia defense. Jason Williams, number 44. The inside backer, one of the first to get there. Mike Logan and Jamie Sweeney, number 48, also in on the stop. Well, East Carolina playing with a slim lead at 3-0. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
They've got 80 yards to go for a touchdown, too, so I think he's playing a little bit conservative down here with a 3-0 lead, and rightfully so. Again, another 2nd down and long, which is what Steve wants.
Joe Smith. To the bottom of your screen. 2nd down. Crandall squares up. Intercepted by Jason Williams. He took it away from the tight end. Still on his feet at the 15. And finally written down at the 5-yard line. Big time play by the Bulldog, Jason Williams.
Jason Williams took it right away from the tight end. I thought it was a very, very gutsy call to throw that ball in there, but the tight end took the nice catch by the tight end, but Jason came right in and took it away. That's what I see as we get the rerun. That's the big play that they needed. Jason gave it to him. Now the ball's down to the 6-yard line.
Jason Williams, he did take it right away from the tight end Scott Richards, and Coach Mack, huge play, his first career interception. It sets it up on the doorstep for West Virginia. 1st and 10. 1st and goal, I should say. East Carolina 6. 0 away. Looking for his 5th touchdown in 3 games. Inside the 5 to the 3. So he picks up 3. It'll be 2nd and goal. So the biggest plays in this game still on the defensive side.
And again, the matchup is from a West Virginia standpoint. Big, strong offensive line, bunched down there on the 3-yard line. Tremendously quick and fast East Carolina defense. Let's see what Power does to the quickness down here inside. Great running back.
Here's looking for their first score and their first lead. Foreman in motion. 0 away. Not much, if anything. Turn back at the 5-yard line, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage, which was the 4. Carlos Brown put a hat right into the numbers of 0 away.
Watch the defensive effort. Watch the penetration by him. There's really no place for 0 away to run. Very wisely puts 2 hands on the football and maintains it. Now 3rd and 4, and Chan Johnson's going to come into the picture. Now here's where Chan wants to play on Sundays. Do it on Saturday for us. This right here in West Virginia.
3rd down and goal to go. Pool in motion. And as Johnston wound up, we get penalty flags.
Flag on the play.
Wow.
Don Nealon pulling the headsets off. And a timeout. So no flags, just a whistle to stop it. East Carolina taking the break with 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. A 3-0 lead for East Carolina. Their only points coming on Chad Holcomb's 47-yard field goal earlier in this period after Forrest Foster blocked a West Virginia punt. West Virginia's come back with a big defensive player of their own moments ago. Jason Williams, the junior linebacker from Youngstown, Ohio, stepped in front of a Marcus Crandall pass and giving West Virginia 1st and goal. Well, Don Nealon talked to us about his top concern, his special teams.
Well, I think our biggest concern is, I would say, for me personally, is our kicking game. Every now and then it just explodes, and it normally explodes the wrong way. Last week we threw one clear up over top the goalpost. Will Chamberlain could never caught the punts or the punt snap. So that's what scares me the most. Will our special team play be like I want it to be?
And on the same token, Steve Logan said we have to win the special team battle, and they're ahead in it right now, and they're ahead in the ball game tightly, 3-0. So I said that Chad Johnson was going to take the third down. But the referee, Paul Tide, called a timeout on the thing, and he heard about it from Don Newman, didn't he?
We've had some big plays in this ball game, but this the biggest so far on 3rd and goal for West Virginia, just inside East Carolina's 5. Johnston, incomplete, intended for David Saunders in the end zone. So instead of taking the lead, West Virginia now hopes to tie the game.
Yeah, the whole thing's changed in college ball in 1996. The tie goes into overtime, and so there's no reason to go for the win here. Go for the tie.
And still a long way to go with just over 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Frustration there because David Saunders had Tabari Wallace
did his job, and Chad Johnson just didn't get the ball to him. We saw it right there on the replay, and that's when Chad Johnson's got to drill it in there for the 6.
Jay Taylor missed a 42-yarder first half. He connects on a 21-yard field goal here. And that evens things up. 3 apiece
just
with
the way
5 minutes to go.
Just the way the game started. Nobody's winning yet.
5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. There are field goals on the board here at Mountaineer Field in Morgantown, West Virginia. We've gotten a break from the weather. It's been cool and crisp. Cloud cover overhead and no rain.
Now, any mistakes that's been made now in special teams, any interceptions, any fumbles are voided. We have 5 minutes in this quarter, 15 minutes in the 4th quarter. We are going to play a game that we can win right now. Either team can win it, and we're going to get into a kickoff, and East Carolina is going to have the first shot at it.
It's interesting. Don Nealon's linebacker Jason Williams responsible for that 4-play drive resulting in the field goal. Williams is being challenged for playing time by John Hadley. Hadley more capable of making big plays with that athletic ability. Williams more the fundamental guy, but it's Jason Williams, who they call the Bulldog, that stepped up to make the huge West Virginia defensive play moments ago.
Yeah, and Bulldog should have taken the end zone. He says, I got you this far. Can't you get it the rest of the way?
Yeah,
just one of the best defensive plays you'll ever see. Ripping the ball right away to the tight end, returning it to the 6-yard line, and bringing your team right back into a tie. So Jason Williams, big player so far today.
Short kick. On the run. Up near the 30-yard line. And that was Raymond Mabry, a backup fullback for East Carolina. Brad Hackett handling the kickoff chores for West Virginia. So Marcus Crandall comes back. It has been a poor day for the senior quarterback. He's used to much better results than that.
I think he's getting the pressure. I think what West Virginia wanted to do to them defensively is being done. Now he has another chance.
Just shy of their own 30-yard line. Long setback is Harley. Crandall firing it incomplete. Threw it low for his 6'6" split end Larry Shannon. Steve Logan of East Carolina has beaten Big East teams on a regular basis. We talked to him about what that means to his program.
The Big East teams is significant to our program, and it's not something we harp on, but they're relative to us geography. The geography, we're right here, and we need to be playing them, and I hope that we continue a lot of these series.
Well, they've got
play like this, and he will.
They have games at Virginia Tech and at Miami later this season. Oh, it's intercepted by Perlo Bastien. That's Charles Emmanuel that stepped in for the pickoff. A face mask penalty at the end of the play, but another poor throw by Crandall. He fired it right to Emmanuel, the co-captain.
I think that he expected the receiver to do something different, but the receiver at least came back and stopped the touchdown. The momentum is changing with 2 big turnovers right in a row by the East Carolina Pirates. Excellent. See, he had to keep it away from the wide receiver. Just a bad throw all the way.
On the return, personal foul, face mask, defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
What a tremendous turnaround here in Morgantown. Charles Emmanuel, the senior from Indiantown, Florida. Just his 3rd career interception. You see Steve Logan, arms around his senior leader and quarterback, but Charles Emmanuel, he had Galloway covered like a blanket, and then Galloway pulled the face mask, so half the distance to the goal makes it 1st and goal from the 10. The Mountaineers with another golden opportunity to move in front with 4:46 to go in this third quarter. Johnston gonna keep it. Get out the 5-yard line. Actually at the 4-yard line, so he gains 6 on 1st and goal from the 10. Arvin Burke ran him out of bounds.
And Chad is looking for the tight end coming across. Another 49er football play. Great bootleg, and wisely tucked it under and got the ball down to the 4-yard line. Big play, but they've got to get the ball in the end zone. Long ways, 10 yards and 3 downs, or kick the field goal.
Johnston was looking end zone for his fine young tight end, Anthony Becht, but he was covered well. Well, the goalposts not far from where West Virginia is. They look for their first touchdown this afternoon. John Foreman, the man in motion. This is the fullback, Anthony Green, lost his footing at the 1-yard line. So he picks up a couple of yards, and that sets up 3rd down and goal from the East Carolina 1.
That made the number 53.
Anthony Green, redshirt freshman out of Jersey City, New Jersey.
Now there's a good power play. He's got real fine, big body lean. Just keeps the ball going. And number 53 reaches in and trips him up. It wasn't a sloppy thing like I thought it was. Just an excellent defensive play by Carlos Brown. Tremendous play for East Carolina.
Big play here on 3rd and goal. Johnston looking to throw. And it's a touchdown. Amos Zeraway on the catch.
Amos Zeraway is a big player. Not a well-thrown pass, but he makes the catch in the way that he has to make it. Chad took a little bit off that ball. He was so wide open.
Now, Charles Emmanuel, you celebrate. You created this opportunity.
See how that thing floated in the... It's a very, very difficult... Zeraway is going to be a hero here in West Virginia.
And Taylor moves the extra point right through. I don't know what fluttered more, the pass from Chad Johnston or Don Nealon's ticker when he watched it sail to Amos Zeraway, who caught a low ball for the score, the 5th touchdown in 3 weekends for the redshirt freshman from Hempstead, Long Island.
I just think that when the offensive unit gets together watching the film, they cheered him last week for a pancake block. They're going to cheer him for putting this ball game away in the 3rd quarter. Puts a lot of pressure on East Carolina.
Well, a highlight here and a highlight back at our Big East studios with John Sanders.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. Some Yankee Conference action, New Hampshire at Rhode Island. This is New Hampshire quarterback Chris Bresnahan. He'll roll back, set. There's the good slant pattern by Alistair Barrow. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. New Hampshire has the lead there 28-17. It's the Mountaineers on top in Morgantown. Back we go to Eric and Dick.
Thanks, John, and hello to all the folks in Rhode Island enjoying their football as well with the University of Rhode Island, the Brown University Bruins. They enjoy their football in the Ocean State. And we're enjoying our football here in northern West Virginia with us under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It's now the Mountaineers leading it 10-3. And they've done it, Dick, in the 3rd quarter, turning good defense into their offense. The interceptions from linebacker Jason Williams and safety Charles Emmanuel.
Just an excellent play all the way around. The thing that just before we went back to Big East studio, that tremendous rerun that we had showing Zeraway making the catch in the end zone showed how big the play was. But you could tell that Chad had him so wide open, he just wanted to get him the football.
Well, Chad Johnston, he's thrown 4 touchdown passes this year. In his career, he's been a big touchdown maker. That's complete to Larry Shannon, who reached back and pulled it in at the 35-yard line. A pickup at about 9 yards. It'll come up shy of the 1st down. Chad Johnston now with 35 career touchdown passes at his 3rd best in West Virginia history, trailing only 2, Major Harris with 41 and Oliver Luck, West Virginia's all-time leader, with 43. Harlan picks up the 1st down on 2nd and 2.
That's got to be encouraging for East Carolina. That's the first down of the 2nd half, I believe. for them. So, whoops, but the statistician came right back and punched me and said it's 2. So they just haven't moved the ball very well.
You can see what East Carolina has done against the Big East. 3-0 last year, 3-point win at Syracuse, 3-point win at home against West Virginia, and a 10-point win against Temple. Well, the sun's shining here in Morgantown right now. 10 for Crandall. Curtis put the heat on, but Crandall got it away to his tight end, Scott Richards. But a short gain on the play. Henry Slay made the stop, but again, the heat felt.
I don't think that Marcus is going to feel very, very much more pressure than he has from this wonderful, wonderful West Virginia defense that we've seen here this afternoon. And they're being tested by a fine offense, and nobody can tell it because of the play of the defense.
Good point. Number 41 in their own territory, 2nd and 7. Blitz coming, and they finally get their first sack. Marcus Crandall, who is a tough man to put in the bag, was put down by Henry Slay.
I think Jamie Sweeney got the sack, and I think Henry did the dance. No, I think he was in on it too, but I think you see Sweeney coming. Oh, I see it. Henry's right there. Yeah, sorry. He walked the walk and danced the dance.
And Henry Slay had a dominant game in the opener at Pitt with 6 tackles, including a sack from Elaria, Ohio. He's a slugger. Henry Slay and John Thornton really give West Virginia great push up the middle. Now it is 3rd down and 15 for East Carolina. They trail in this football game 10-3. Crandall fires a strike. First down pickup. Mitchell Galloway gallops in a West Virginia territory all the way down to the 47. A 20-yard gain on 3rd and 15.
Well, one of the big plays. The wide receiver was wide open in the middle. It was a breakdown. They had a pressure on, and he hit the zone pressure right in the middle, exactly where he did, and very calmly laid it in there and got the first down out of it.
Here's Mitchell Galloway. They like to get the ball in his hands. East Carolina marching again. The lone setback. Harley cannot rip away from Jamie Sweeney. Sweeney, who started a year ago in the game against East Carolina, coming off the bench, playing well. He's a junior out of Greensburg, Pennsylvania. There's Jamie.
I just think that, like Steve Dunlap said, though, there's so many people playing so well. Donnie said there's about 15 players that can play this defense well. And he's playing them all, and they're all really efficient. Another 2nd and long.
This is what Steve Dunlap wanted to force East Carolina into, as Bongino's getting that sore right ankle as he took. 2nd and 10, Nichols in motion. Crandall backing away from the pressure, and it is complete to the tight end Richards. Brought down near the first down marker by the linebacker Jason Williams.
I think we had a hold on them.
There is a penalty marker back in the East Carolina backfield, and the preliminary indication is holding against the Pirates.
I think the guy tried to grab him as he went by because he knew he was going after Marcus. I think you'll see Canute Curtis putting pressure on.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards from the spot. Repeat the down.
Canute will be coming from the top of your screen. And you'll feel the pressure. Here he comes right down to the inside right there. See him grab him on the back of his shirt. Now, again, that's another first down that was taken away and looked down as 2nd down and a century.
Now Marcus Crandall will have to dial 1 before dialing here. 3rd down, check it, 2nd down, 24 to go. Deep drop. Steps up. As his man, Larry Shannon, who is spun down at the East Carolina 46 by Perlo Bastine, the redshirt freshman from Boca Raton High School in South Florida. Pickup of 15 yards for the Pirates, so they get some of it back.
Quite a bit of it back. It's 3rd down and about 15. Now we'll see whether it's going to be pressure, zone pressure, man-to-man, or just lay it back. And as we end the 3rd quarter, 10-3. Good ball game.
Well, they love their football here in Morgantown, West Virginia, and they're liking this game a little bit more as it moves along. We'll be back for the 4th quarter right after this.
Second quarter, Central Michigan, 7.
Back here in Morgantown, West Virginia, Eric Reed along with the coach. Dick McPherson. Well, they are used to talented quarterbacks. In Greenville, North Carolina, back in the early 90s, they were treated to this man, Jeff Blake, who now earns his living on Sundays in the National Football League with the Cincinnati Bengals. But back in the 91 season, Blake capped a scintillating senior year with a 378-yard, 4-touchdown day in East Carolina's 37-34 Peach Bowl victory over North Carolina State. And the comparisons have been inevitable. Marcus Crandall eclipsing Jeff Blake's records for passing yardage, total offense, and touchdowns. But he has struggled today. 12 for 30. He's been intercepted twice, and he's dialing deep for Shannon. And it's overshot. Mike Logan, one of the best man-to-man cover specialists in the country, was step for step with Shannon. And Dick, if Logan stays healthy through his senior year, the pro people tell us he could be as high as a first or second round pick come the NFL draft.
Well, I think there you got to give Shannon credit for getting open and just a tremendous tip. Bob, we get tremendous pressure out of the whole thing. Now we got to get the punt away.
Crandall in the second half just 5 out of 14. Andrew Bays booting it to Vanderpool. He waits for the fair catch and makes it at the 20-yard line. Well, we are 13 seconds into the fourth and final period here in Morgantown. A 34-yard punt, and Marcus Crandall having a tough day here in the Big East. All the scoring in this one came in the third quarter. East Carolina on the board first with Chad Holcomb's 47-yard field goal after Forrest Foster blocked a West Virginia punt. But the Mountaineers made 2 huge defensive plays. An interception by Jason Williams, then an interception by Charles Emmanuel. Both led to West Virginia points. Amos Zeraway, who has the only touchdown in this game on a 1-yard touchdown reception from Chad Johnston, rips ahead for 4 yards, and the numbers now on Amos: 88 yards, 20 carries. And these are your numbers.
There you can see dramatically the offenses of both units are starting to move the football now. We've got the scoring, and we've seen the rushing yards, and turnovers are the thing that's hurt East Carolina. That's been the difference in the game. Both your offensive units moving the ball.
And it's fourth quarter time now, so every mistake critical from this point forward. Zeraway cannot elude the blitzing strong safety Darren Hart at the line of scrimmage. Boy, Hart is one tough customer.
And he took on the fullback right. He paid him back for the other one. Just the fullback met him right as he took the ball. Zeraway had no place to go. Hang on to the football, and then we go for it on third down. That's good football by West Virginia. Excellent defense by East Carolina.
That's a great story for East Carolina. A pair of identical twin brothers starting in the secondary. Darren and David Hart.
You gotta have Hart.
Crandall looks on, hoping his defense could give him another try. 3rd and 7. Johnston fired a fastball, incomplete. Batted away by Tabari Wallace. The crowd wanted pass interference. He was draped all over David Saunders and made a terrific play.
I think, did you see if David's going to be able to run these people off or not? Now, he's very, very legit. The problem comes, he's pushing on the back of his jersey. That's the difference. He could have called it. Yeah.
Good defensive play or bad no call?
Well, should be interference, but a good defensive play. The problem with the thing, David has got to run those defensive backs off. They're squatting on him, and he's not running them off. He's coasting on the break. He's hurting Chad Johnson.
4th and 7. The punt comes to Jason Nichols. He makes the fair catch at the 30. A booming punt by Brian West of 47 yards. 13 minutes and 15 seconds left here in our Big East afternoon in Morgantown, West Virginia. The Mountaineers looking to get to 3-0. East Carolina just a touchdown behind. Plenty of time left here in the fourth quarter. The Pirates have the football. 1st and 10, their own 30-yard line. Nichols in motion for the touchdown. Caught by Chapman. Gets away from Perlo Bastien and is ridden down after a 2-yard pickup up at the 32-yard line. John Hadley, number 52, in on the stop. And so far today, Marcus Crandall now 13 of 32, 122 yards. But he's been intercepted 3 times by this very tough West Virginia defense.
I tell you, Perlo did a great job of holding that quick screen to the outside up. He held it up, and the pursuits were able to get out there and make the hit. Second down and long again.
That's what West Virginia hopes to force. Crandall stepping up. Sidearm delivery. First down. Scott Hurley over the sideline. Gaining yards to the 42. A 10-yard pickup. And East Carolina moves the sticks.
Very, very excellent execution. Right to the sideline. Good block downfield to make sure he gets to the first down. And we got excellent pursuit by the West Virginia. First down. Excellent offense, good defense.
Keep in mind, East Carolina's battle cry, keep it close until late, and we can win it. And they've done it numerous times in Steve Logan's 5-year run at East Carolina. Look out here. Trick play. Madison going deep on the option toss intended for Jason Nichols. Perez Madison, a backup H-back, a junior from Anderson, South Carolina. Watch this.
Just a tremendous read by Mike Logan. Saw it all the way, hauled it out, ran downfield and covered the receiver and made it. Usually those are outstanding. Good call by Steve Logan over execution. West Virginia.
He's done a great job of recruiting, and his offensive system, which is wide open and exciting, has helped him sell his program.
Rightfully so.
Second down 10, blitz coming. Crandall eludes pressure, but throws it away. I'll tell you what, West Virginia at the point of attack, line of scrimmage, and in the secondary, getting the job done.
Number 42.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for East Carolina. Pirates trailing 10-3. Don Nealon, his club over the last 2 years played 500 football. They were 5-6 a year ago. But go back 3 years ago, they had a terrific year. 11-0 in the regular season.
Amazing job.
Crandall winding up, looking deep for Troy Smith. Just in and out of his hands. Now, Troy Smith is a sophomore receiver from Greenville, North Carolina. Their coaches said, keep an eye on him. We're waiting for his first big game. He hasn't had it yet, but he will. And a near miss for the Pirates.
Now, again, here they are. They're working on the freshman, the only rookie in the defensive backfield. But Perlo Bastian comes up to, Bastine, I believe it is, comes up to the call all the way, covering it all the way, reaches up, deflects it, right in his hands, though. Excellent throw. Tough catch.
Interesting replay. You could not get better coverage, but Crandall put it right in the hands of Troy Smith. That was a terrific throw. Covered about 50 yards in the air.
And a terrific work by the people down in the truck. What do you say?
Oh, we got an all-star crew.
I wonder who the director is.
Paul Carlson and Jimmy Edmonds leading our Big East television crew. A 33-yard punt, a 10-3 West Virginia lead. We'll bring you back on a beautiful day in Morgantown, West Virginia in just a moment. Welcome back, Mountaineer Field. 50,000 fans here, hoping to see West Virginia take their next step. They look to go 3-0 on the year if they can win today. Here's your storyline. Marcus Crandall, the celebrated quarterback from East Carolina, having a rough day. Amos Zaraway looking for his 3rd straight 100-yard outing. He's got the only touchdown. And Chad Johnston has been efficient, if nothing else.
And you can tell it's not an offensive day. It's a defensive struggle all the way. And who makes the mistakes and who makes the big plays?
Fake to Zaraway. Johnston rolling out, buying time. And finally being roped down by Darren Hart. Hart and number 79, Norris McCleary, were giving chase to Chad Johnston. That's 10-3 here. Let's find out what's going on elsewhere. Back at our Big East studios, John Sanders.
Okay, Eric, we're going to take you back to Penn State. The Nittany Lions now at quarterback. It's Mike McQuarrie setting up. Number 9 throwing deep down the middle. Joe Jurevicius makes the catch, and he's on the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Lions are roaring now, 42-0 over Northern Illinois. Let's go back to Morgantown. Eric?
Thanks, John. 2nd down, 6 to go for West Virginia. Johnston in chased out of the pocket. That is Garden catching up, and Johnston has to bail out and throw it away. Dick, you've been very impressed with not only West Virginia's defensive game plan, but the execution of that defensive attack today against East Carolina.
Well, as we sat there, Steve says he wants to get ECU in second and long. He wants to pressure Crandall and put the pressure on. I don't know what he could. The only thing they haven't done is establish the offense. But what we have seen is they haven't made the big mistake offensively. And as long as they don't do that, they're in good shape.
And keep this in mind. Even though East Carolina has just 3 points on the board, they have a quick strike capable offense. As long as they're within a touchdown, we've still got a football game.
And it's free.
This big play right here, 3rd down and 6. West Virginia, their own 29. Johnston looking to throw for a first down, and he does. Diving catch on the out pattern by David Saunders. He picks up a dozen yards. A West Virginia first down, his first catch of the second half, his 7th catch of the football game.
I think I thought he was playing lonesome in there for a minute. He was out there giving a speech. But I think what we're going to see here very shortly is David taking off on a streak because they're really crowding everything he's done and almost had a couple interceptions on it. One of these times we're going to see David Saunders going all the way and Chad on a play action giving it down to him.
He's a good one. Saunders had 7 catches first 2 weekends. 7 catches so far in this one. On first down, Johnston again looking for Saunders. He hauls it in at the East Carolina 45-yard line. 14-yard pickup. Consecutive completions to the talented sophomore David Saunders.
Number 30.
Yeah, he's a classic receiver, and what we see here is a guy that really is smooth all the way. I think what he's going to do is use his speed a little bit more and drive people off because those defenders are really hanging on him, making it's a very, very tough throw for Chad.
Saunders comes out. Ken Fisher checks in on 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers. They're in East Carolina territory with just over 11 minutes left in the game. Deep throw, knocked down, intended for Rashawn Vanderpool, and a beautiful stop in the secondary by Kelvin Suggs, who's got great size for a corner. He's only a sophomore, but he goes 6'3", $192.
They're very, very aggressive in going after the football, and they're getting the officials to stay off the call because they're touching the football, but I also believe they're touching the man. Here it is right here on a replay. It's a lot of contact on that, and it kind of blurred. Here's the end zone shot of it.
Kelvin Suggs.
Yeah, you can't fault the man for that. Excellent defense. Excellent.
He had an interception against Stanford in East Carolina's Liberty Bowl win last December. On 2nd and 10, that was Amos Zaraway. Short gain. Lorenzo West, he's had a busy day, number 45. An assist from Roderick Coleman, number 57.
East Carolina is standing tall and standing right up to this fine West Virginia offense. Look what they've done. Scored 34 points in 2 ball games. They're very happy with 10 right now.
This will bring up a 3rd down and 8 to go.
With field position, this is the big 3rd down. From now on, they're in field goal range if they make this first down.
Out of split backs. He finds Zaraway, and Zaraway ridden down right at the first down marker by Darren Hart. Amos Zaraway knew exactly where he needed to go.
I don't know if he knew it.
He got there.
He got there. I don't know if he knew it or not, but he got there. And it's close. Let's watch the replay here and see how far he gets. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this now, but he is battling it. No, I think you're giving him a little bit too much credit there. Are you from Hempstead also?
Nearby, matter of fact.
It's going to be measured. But here is a tough call for Donnie Neal now at the 35-yard line. I'm afraid you're going to see him go for it. It's a tough call if he has to make it. He's wishing for the first down. He's got it. Now the ball game changes. Now the ball game changes because they're in a legitimate 3- and 4-down area where they can mush the football because they have a chance for a field goal on 3rd down to put this ball game away if they get another first down out of it or just move it close enough to rinse it right around.
Numbers aren't gaudy, but they have been efficient for Chad Johnston. He has spread it around. Saunders with...
The difference is the 3 interceptions versus no interceptions.
Yes, Saunders with 8 catches, which equals his career best. Amos Zeraway, the high tailback, has 4 receptions today. Big hole for Amos. He crashes inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. A 9-yard romp. Finally stopped by the outside linebacker, Matt Semenza. But Amos Zeraway zeroing in on another 100-yard outing.
Here's an East Carolina blitz, and he hits the seam of the blitz right through and goes all the way to the heart, young man. But don't they hit? Here's an end zone shot where they just peel the guys. Great block by the fullback. Great block by number 69, the Mike Horn, the left guard. Excellent football play.
And Mark Plants, the fullback, did a nice job of sealing a lane for Zeraway, who now has 97 yards, 23 carries, and he will not add anything to that total. Carlos Brown, who backed up an outstanding linebacker in Mark Libiano the last 2 years. He shot the gap and stopped Zeraway.
Zeraway ran like a freshman. He ran like a freshman on that play. He had the first down if he just dives for it. He tries to make a big play. You don't do that when you're down in this territory. That's the difference. That's what he has to learn. This is how he has to learn it. It's expensive for the rest of the football team.
Carlos Brown, nice wrap-up job. And a third down, less than a yard to go for West Virginia. And winding down under 9 minutes now. And East Carolina holds. The fullback doesn't get it done. Mark Plants running right into Carlos Brown and Mondell Corbett.
No. Here is nutcracking time.
Take a look at the East Carolina defense on third and very short.
Just real penetrating thing. No chance for the fullback. Great, tremendous charge by Mondell Corbett, who is playing outstanding football game defensively this afternoon.
Now he's a first-year starter.
Here it is, fourth down. And Coach Nealon's making his money. Got booed on third. What will happen on fourth?
Yeah, we'll find out, Coach Matt.
Oh, if he makes it, they'll start cheering. Otherwise, they'll boo. It'd be the wrong play.
What would you do in a situation like this? You're leading in a football game.
It's very obvious the reason why he's doing it. He doesn't trust his kicker. If he's got a good kicker, he kicks the field goal.
Well, we've got a timeout.
He's kind of forced to do it.
Big decision and a big play upcoming for the home team. They have the lead on a picturesque day in Morgantown. We got a scoreless first half here in Morgantown, West Virginia. East Carolina got on the board early in the third quarter, but the Mountaineers have scored the last 10 points against Steve Logan's upstart Pirates. Don Nealon hoping his club can finish the chore and get the 3-0.
Fourth down and a long short 2.
Next Saturday, Penn State Temple at the Meadowlands. Dick and I will be in Blacksburg, Virginia for the Scarlet Knights and the Hokies. They will not go for it on fourth down. They try the field goal from Jay Taylor from 44 yards out, and it's wide right. Instead of going for the first down on 4th and 2, they try the field goal, and it does not pan out. Second missed field goal today for Jay Taylor, the walk-on freshman from Hershey, Pennsylvania, who had hit his first 4 tries in the season's first 2 weeks.
That's what makes it tough on the coach when you can't trust the kicker to get those things through there. It's tough.
Potential turning point. East Carolina touchdown back. They're on deck.
5-7. That's the latest there. Let's take you back to...
Thanks, John. Dick and I will be in beautiful Blacksburg, Virginia, Saturday from the day. We've got our tickets. We're looking forward to Virginia Tech Rutgers next weekend. East Carolina down 10-3. Marcus Crandall back to work on first down. This is Larry Shannon, has some room and dances out at the 39-yard line. That's a 12-yard pickup on first down. Now the Pirates still alive, trailing by 7, just under 8 minutes to play.
Well, you've been talking about it all day. Just stay close so they can tie the game or win the game, and that's exactly what they're doing. They've had a couple of chances to put it away. They've performed efficiently, but the kicking game is killing them. Crandall's got another first down.
One of his worst days in his brilliant career at East Carolina, but still time to salvage it. Pocket breaking down, Crandall throws it away, and we get an interference call.
Oh, no.
The only marker down right at the spot. Logan was covering Shannon. Let's see what the call is.
He threw it away. Marcus is going to throw it now. We'll see if there's anything going on over here.
Mike Logan, who had a big first half interception, one of 3 today against Marcus Crandall.
Defensive pass interference. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was a blitz on. He threw the ball away, and I guess he must have pushed the gentleman out of bounds while the ball was in the air.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And that gives East Carolina some room to maneuver. They're in West Virginia territory, and they have it 1st and 10. That's a team that run up 508 yards of total offense in their opening day win against East Tennessee State. They're just over 200 yards of total offense today. And credit must go to West Virginia's defense. Through the season's first 2 weeks, the Mountaineer defense shared the headlines with Amos Zaraway, but give respect to this side of the football for West Virginia.
I think you also got to understand they're playing East Carolina Pirates, who is an outstanding football team with an outstanding quarterback, and they've made him look bad today. It's not Marcus, it's the defense. You just had a read on the tight end that was covered. That's a tough play by them.
Let's see what happens here on 2nd down and 10. Throw in. Juggling attempt did not work out for Mitchell Galloway. Had he caught it, would have had a first down. Instead,
Van Washington,
3rd down and 10.
Yeah, Van Washington was coming to the inside. I think Galloway feels the pressure from Van coming from the outside, coming in right there. I think is what he felt. That's excellent job by Van.
Saw those headlights coming.
Heard the footsteps. Those are tough. I'd like to hear the footsteps too.
Let's see what Steve Logan calls here. The Riverboat Gambler on 3rd and 10. He needs to keep the football trailing 10-3. Deep, he's got Shannon, but it's just overthrown, and Larry Shannon had broken away from the cornerback Mike Logan.
Depending on the play.
Crandall had it there, but couldn't put it there.
It's one of the breaks of the day, and we're going to probably watch the rerun of this thing. Excellent set on the thing down the football field. He's breaking away clear. And Mike Logan escapes the bullet on that one.
Marcus Crandall really struggling. 15 for 39. Vanderpool takes it at the 12. And he is chopped down at the 19-yard line. Rashawn Vanderpool, who hasn't had a catch today, and just 3 catches so far on the year. A 41-yard punt. West Virginia takes over inside their own 20 with 7:26 left in the football game today.
Now is the challenge of the offense versus the defense. Defense, East Carolina, get the ball back. 7:26 to go. West Virginia offense, keep the ball, get the game over with a great drive. This is what makes offense, defense working against each other. A ball game like this, 10-3 to score.
Vanderpool and Saunders split to the right. Johnston for Vanderpool, incomplete. That's the 2nd catch today he has made, but's been out of bounds.
Again, counter, tray, boot, leg to the wide side of the field. Took a little bit too long in executing, forces a tremendous catch by Vanderpool out of bounds. And just took too long in execution, too much of a route to run. You got to set down on the sideline, and he had to throw it out of bounds.
Incompletion stops the clock with 7 minutes, 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 10, and it's going to be 3rd and about 11 or 12. The fullback, Mark Plants, was stood up and stopped in his tracks.
You know, Roderick Coleman, that they talked about yesterday, that was a hit. He laid one on him. Number 57 right there. And we're just lucky that the fullback was able to hang on to the football.
Roderick Coleman out of Simon Gratz High School in Philadelphia, overlooked by a lot of schools coming out of high school. East Carolina glad to have him.
Oh, yeah. Good play.
3rd down, a dozen for West Virginia. Clock moving, 6:40 to go. Mountaineers in front. Johnston finds time. Tuck it in. Oh, nice move, but he will come up shy of the first down. At the 26-yard line, Mondale Corbett showing some good wheels for a 280-pounder. He chases the quarterback down and stopped him short of the first down. And despite all the adversity for East Carolina, Dick, they still get it back. 6 minutes plus left, and they're only a touchdown down.
Well, the clock is still running. That they could have taken a little bit more time off the clock, but he's coming to a desperate situation now. Watch the pressure. He's got to get this ball off. They'll be pressuring from the punt side right now. And they've had a lot of pressure on him today when they do try to put it on.
Ryan West will boot this one to Jason Nichols. It's blocked. Second block punt today for East Carolina. This time, Tavares Taylor hammered it down. A sophomore from Fayetteville, North Carolina, proving that East Carolina's special teams are special. Second time they've got a block punt today. And my, oh my, how this turns this game around.
You know, again, the call now has got to be answered by the West Virginia defense. One more time, they've got to do it. And they're ready for it. They're all fired up, ready to go. The pressure is just too much. They've got to get better protection from the inside for that punt.
Golden opportunity for East Carolina at the West Virginia 22-yard line. On first down, Crandall got Larry Shannon. It's taken away. Intercepted. Mike Logan. He pulled it right out of Shannon's arms. What a play by Mike Logan, the senior from McKeesport, Pennsylvania. He may have just saved the game for West Virginia.
There's nobody going to be any more valuable to a team. This is the big East player of the week for sure.
What a heartbreak for East Carolina. Shannon had this football.
And that's twice now he's taken the ball away. And he had a great interception the time before.
That ought to be a fumble recovery rather than an interception.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
It is ruled a fumble recovery.
Ruled a fumble recovery, huh?
Mike Logan, you will not see a better play by a defensive back than right there, gang.
That is really a takeaway.
Would have had it first and 10 at about the 11-yard line.
Great camera work by our crew one more time for everybody to see it at home.
What a game saver Mike Logan's turned out to be. Well, you said it, Dick. West Virginia needed something big from their defense,
and they
did get it. Zeraway on first down gets 3 yards.
Now we're going to see what the clock does. We got about 5:20 to go, and watch the West Virginia offense keep the ball on the ground now, and try to eat out the clock and not give the East Carolina. You can't give them any more chances to get into the ball game. They're too explosive.
Well, the West Virginia defense starting to get the respect due them. They have been terrific. Amos Zeraway, he has his 100 yards for the third straight game, right at 100, and add about 3 more to it. Could not pull away from the strong safety, Darren Hart. Coach, your first look in person at the redshirt freshman from Hempstead, New York, Amos Zeraway. He hasn't had the huge play today.
Well, the East Carolina team said they want to stop the run game. They want to stop Zeraway, and they've stopped the Zeraway that we've known for the first 2 weeks. This is a great lesson, a little bit of humility for this young man when he's playing Division I-A football. What I'm interested in right now, we're down to going down. The clock is running. Everything is moving. It's third down. What are they going to do on this down? They're going to keep the clock going. Because East Carolina is ever so dangerous. If they can keep the ball away from them, it's the best way to win the football.
Our defense wants to make one more big play. They do. The ball back in front of Rashawn Vanderpool. So East Carolina still has an opportunity with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. They'll get it back, trailing by the score of 10-3. By the way, Amos Zeraway, the 26 carries in his third game, his personal high. This will be the 10th West Virginia punt this afternoon.
And there's pressure possible coming again. He's got to get the ball off real fast.
They've already blocked him twice. He does get this one away. Nichols makes a good one on a high hanging punt at the 25-yard line. A 37-yard boot and an interesting finish in store with 4 minutes to play. A game that's still there for the taking. Against the West Coast offensive Rutgers. On first and 10, sacked by Canute Curtis. His first sack of the football game, and it ties a West Virginia record previously held by Ronaldo Turnbull.
Now again, the score is what makes Crandall has got to stay in the pocket. He can't throw it away now, and that's where the help rush. That's what the score help rush. Canute has been putting pressure on all day. Comes up with a big sack. Here's what. Look at this one.
Yeah, 22
Top of the heap
for Canute Curtis.
Congratulations, Canute.
He had 10 a year ago. Canute with 4 sacks so far through 3 games. Crandall. Oh, he got it there.
But not a first down.
On second down and 15, he got 10. That'll be third down and 5. And again, check your local listings, but these will be the games available to you on the Big East Game of the Week next Saturday. Joe Paterno's Nittany Lions against Henry Burris and the Temple Owls. And we'll watch that tough Hokie defense in Blacksburg against the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. What a huge play right here for East Carolina. Under 3 minutes to go. They need to move the chains and keep the ball.
Looks like the zone covered.
Crandall punts, fires, and it is juggled and caught, but not a first down. Bernard Russ, the senior linebacker
Now we'll see what kind of a gamble they got with fourth down, huh?
Able to make the stop. They will be 2 yards shy of the first down. And what does Steve Logan do here on 4th and 2?
Well, he's got a punt, but you understand that there's 2 minutes and 29 seconds. It's a major, major decision time, a decision that nobody likes to make. But with 3 timeouts, I think you'll see him punting the ball away.
Would you punt in this situation?
Would I punt in this situation? I'm out. He's only got 2 timeouts left. Yes, I think I would punt in this situation. And you never know what's going to happen down here. If you don't make it, the ball game is over. And you got 2:29 to go, and anything can happen.
Yeah, there's Bernard Russ, the senior linebacker. I told you a moment ago he's from Utica, New York. He did go to junior college at Arizona Western, but this guy, defensive coordinator, loves him. He says he's my kind of guy. He walks it and talks it, the loquacious and emotional leader of the Mountaineer defense out of the Brian Cox mold.
Yep. And he made the big play right there because the receiver just bumbled the ball just a little bit, trying to get it back in his hand, and he goes right over there and knocks him out of bounds and makes the big play that we have. The defense made the big plays today. Yes, they have. Bernard Russ out of Utica, New York.
Well, he's had a big day. And you would have punted, but the Riverboat Gambler, he's going for it on 4th down and 2. Ball game on the line right here for Marcus Crandall and the Pirates.
And they're in a man-to-man. Challenging
for the first down, he throws it away, and West Virginia's taken a giant step forward in pursuit of their 3rd win in 3 games. Bernardo Amerson and Jason Williams in coverage, and on 4th and 2, East Carolina denied. Now West Virginia in position to finish it.
Now it's 2 hands on the football. It's 2 hands on the football. Let it be make it use that 2 timeouts. And right now I think they've got to start using. They've got to run the football, clock it, and then 3rd down is going to be a big, big football play.
Well, your heart goes out to Marcus Crandall. He has struggled through his worst statistical day in his career at East Carolina, yet he had his team inside the West Virginia 10 when his receiver Larry Shannon lost the football to Mike Logan, the biggest play of this game.
This is going to be a big, huge confidence builder for the West Virginia defense where they're able to stop East Carolina's offense and Marcus Crandall.
Amos Zeraway on 1st down gets 4 or 5 yards. It's a 4-yard game.
It's a 4-yard game and
conference
timeout.
Game is copyrighted telecast of Creative Sports Incorporated. Any use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this broadcast without the express prior written consent of Creative Sports is prohibited. Eric Reed with the coach, Dick McPherson. Hope you're enjoying the action from Morgantown, West Virginia today. You know, the Mountaineers hoping to go 3-0 with a win today. They are at Purdue next Saturday, host Maryland in 2 weeks, and including this game against East Carolina, those 3 teams all defeated the Mountaineers a year ago. So West Virginia embarking on their revenge tour, and they could be in terrific shape. A win today could vault them into the top 25.
Yeah, but right now we've got a big football play coming up. It's 2nd down, and they've made the 4. They got a timeout. Here is East Carolina's remaining schedule.
You talk about a tough road slate. They'll take on the Gamecocks at South Carolina next week. They're at Miami, at Virginia Tech, and at Memphis later on this year. And here's what's ahead for the Mountaineers of West Virginia. As you look at Chad Johnston at Purdue next week, home games against Maryland and Boston College. And the advantage for them, they have both Miami and Syracuse here in Morgantown. 0 straight ahead. 4 more yards for Amos. Timeout for East Carolina, and that will set up a 3rd down and 2 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the ball game.
Now this is just exactly where he wants East Carolina. West Virginia has taken the clock down and moved the ball to a 3rd down and a long 2. They have no more timeouts left. They've used them, but they've gained 4 and 3 yards on the plays. So now they've got 2 more downs to get a 1st down and keep the clock going, and now they can't stop it. So interesting to see what happens here. And with the field goal kicking the way it is, Don Nealon is forced to go for it on 4th down if he has to. And that's going to be a big football play. There's
Marcus Crandall, intercepted 3 times this afternoon. The numbers on Marcus, 18 of 43, 170 yards. On the other hand, Amos Zaraway, the freshman big playmaker for West Virginia. He hasn't exploded with the game breaker today, but Zaraway has been tough and efficient. 28 carries, 110 yards. So he becomes the first player in West Virginia history to gain over 100 yards in each his first 3 games.
And only made one real big mistake very early in the game with the fumble. I'd like to see Chad Johnston's stats in terms of where he's done in terms of Bruce, the individual thing with Marcus. Big play right here, 3rd down, no timeouts left. If they can keep the clock moving, or if they can't.
3rd down and 3. This is Vanderpool coming in motion. Johnston look out, sacked by B.J. Crane. So the 3rd down attempt to throw backfires. B.J. Crane, the senior from College Park, Georgia, with a disruptive play defensively.
You know, they were running a bootleg football play on this thing, which kind of surprised me. And actually, they walked right into this thing because it's the 4th down coming up, and that clock is running all the way down. What if they're going to punt the ball? They're going to run all the way down, take the penalty at 5 yards, and keep it going from that standpoint. Use up the clock. It's down to 1:34. Where is the clock? How much time is left on that thing? 6 seconds left, down to 5. It'll be about 1:22 when they get the ball back.
Now they're letting the play clock wind down. They'll take the penalty. They let the time run down to 1:24 left.
They didn't take the penalty.
They did not take the penalty. They were able to get a timeout.
I think they probably want to talk about whether they're going to go for it or not.
You were interested in Chad Johnston's statistical output. There it is, just over 50%. Again, he stays away from the interception. You know, last year he had 13 touchdowns, but threw 13 interceptions. So far, through 3 games this year, Johnston with 4 touchdowns, and he has yet to throw an interception.
Well, and he's learned from it. He's going to be 3-0 if they continue to play this way without the interceptions. And poor Marcus has had 3 today, which has been the big difference. But one of the interceptions, I mean, all of the interceptions were kind of tremendous plays by the West Virginia defense.
Mike Logan has made a pair of standout plays. He'd be my star of the game if we were picking one. Don Nealon's defense has come to the rescue often.
Well, Don Nealon right here has decided he's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. He can't kick it. He can't punt it.
Why punt? You already had 2 punts blocked. You've already missed 2 field goals. Yep. This is probably your safest maneuver.
Safest maneuver, and let's see how much time he's going to take off the clock. It's 1:24 left in the ball game right now.
And Steve Logan pacing his sideline saying, give us the ball back one more time. A chance to make a big play to tie the game. Keep it on the ground as Zaraway. Travis Darden pulls him down from behind on a 2-yard gain. So East Carolina takes over on downs, and I'll tell you what, this team has 9 lives. They get another and probably a final opportunity to tie or go ahead in the final minute 19.
Well, the big play was the bootleg sack because they're right down there in schedule, and they very bravely, the East Carolina defense put the blitz on. Excellent call on that part to take Chad on the hit.
B.J. Crane with a sack. Give the Pirates credit. They have not given up. They have battled hard through this afternoon. Here's Crandall given time. Throws it incomplete. Through a fastball the way of Jason Nichols, who did not have a shot to catch that. Steve Logan, he may be down to his final 3 plays. in East Carolina's second weekend this year.
Well, he's done it before, so he's certainly going to do it again. He's looking 1, 2, 3 to get the first down. He's got four plays to get the first down, and in college ball, remember, the clock stops when you get the first down.
Galloway and Smith to the bottom of your screen. That's Mitchell Galloway in motion. That's coming. Crandall has to unload. And a penalty marker down in the backfield. Threw it right at the offensive center, Danny Moore. It looks like it's going against West Virginia.
Yeah, Bernard Russ on the blitz.
Roughing the passer.
Yeah, he came right after him. Yeah.
Bernard Russ. Not a wise play. It stops the clock and will give East Carolina first down. With
Watch it all the way. See, Bernard's
quarterback. Defense. 15 yards. Automatic first down.
A hat right to the back of Marcus Crandall.
Well, it was late. It was late and delayed.
Good call and not a wise defensive maneuver. So, Carolina still breathing, still hoping. Down the middle. Has his man at midfield. That's just a 2-yard gain.
That's what they want, the ball in the middle of the field and have everybody come back. The clock is still moving under a minute now, down to 58 seconds. And now they've got to either throw the ball away, be ready with 2nd down and 8.
That was the first catch of the year for Jason Nichols, the junior from Norcross, Georgia. Pirates are out of timeouts. Uphill all the way. They've got another hit to Jason Nichols at the 40-yard line.
That stops the clock because it is a first down. Now they're moving it down with 42 seconds to go. They can't throw the short passing game. They've got to drop off and stop getting the first down.
9-yard pickup and just 7 points separating the Mountaineers with East Carolina. Crandall again out of the gun. As his tight end, he's wide open, and he gets out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Don't count East Carolina out. A 20-yard pickup, and now we are set for a fantastic finish with 28 seconds left. East Carolina looking for their first touchdown today.
They've been down in there before, and West Virginia's defense has answered the call. This, again, is the last call. Last call defense, last call offense.
Lamont Chancellor to the bottom of your screen. Troy Smith to the top. This is Galloway in motion. Crandall looking, fires, passes, man for the touchdown. Lamont Chappell, a sophomore from Roxborough,
Now let's see what they're going to do. Let's see if they're going to go for the 2 or they're going to go for the 1 of the tie ball game. We're going to go to overtime.
Just the 3rd catch of the year for Chappell. His first catch a week ago, he fumbled after the play. He atones big time.
Yes, and Marcus has time and delivers it right on the money.
How about this? Just when you thought it was over, East Carolina strikes big.
They're going for 2. They're not going for the tie. He is a gambler.
Wow. On the road, the Riverboat Gambler. His offensive coordinator, Doug Martin, said Steve Logan bets like he's using somebody else's money. And right now, with 22 seconds left, he's going for the win. And West Virginia takes timeout. Well, we thought we'd have a terrific football game today on our Big East Conference debut game of the week for 96. Started out slowly in a scoreless first half. You could not ask for a more dramatic finish than this.
You know, with the kicking that West Virginia has, overtime, in my opinion, favors East Carolina. You know, and they've got a great kicker that puts it through. It's amazing that they don't go for the tie and then take it overtime because it's a whole new game. It's a 25-yard line game, and field goal kickers are more important than West Virginia doesn't have one. So I'm kind of surprised at what Steve is doing here, but he probably has a play that he's going to make. He's right if he makes it.
Well, East Carolina's drive aided by the roughing the quarterback penalty from Bernard Russ.
Yeah,
5
it would have been
plays.
3rd down. It would have been 3rd down and 10. He threw the ball away and then got the hit.
Instead, the Pirates go 5 plays, 67 yards. And you talk about a daredevil head coach.
Is he still coming in with him?
He's going for 2 and the win. With 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter, West Virginia.
Oh, he's going at West Virginia's strength. It's amazing. Going to put on the hash mark.
Well, the East Carolina Pirates looking for consecutive
wide side
upset
field
wins of West Virginia. All or nothing right here 50,000 fans up and standing. And here we go. Out of bounds. He caught it out of bounds. Lamont Chappell made the catch. He was out of bounds.
Jason Williams came to the inside to put the pressure on, but it really wasn't a factor because it was just amazing play against the ball game.
Jason Williams putting pressure on Crandall, fluttered a butterfly to him, and he did juggle and drop it. But
Jason Williams, the better linebacker, comes to the inside and really puts the pressure on, makes him float it to the outside. He didn't really. Here is the end zone coming. Here comes, can you see Jason 44 coming? Doesn't let him set. See, he has to float the thing, and floating it puts it out of bounds.
You know, people will second guess Steve Logan's decision because it failed. But when you consider that there is overtime in college football this year, it becomes a more curious decision that Logan just made.
Now, you wait a minute now. It's not over yet. Don't forget the onside kick by the gambler. We saw him practicing it here yesterday, and the Lord knows what's going to happen. We saw him doing it in the rain, so he had something going. He's going to talk about what they did here right on this field last night. Now, all they've got to do is fall on the ball, West Virginia, and they've got the game. But the amazing, exciting, whoever paid to get in here today earned it, and you and I get in for free.
And we enjoyed it.
Well, you know, people down in Greenville, North Carolina, they know they got a man down there that likes to play the game and keeps things exciting, and you got to admire him for that. It's the way college football should be played.
Well, East Carolina should have Rodney Dangerfield as their mascot. This team deserves more respect. Don Nehlen himself said they are suffering from an identity crisis. They're an underrated football program, East Carolina. 3 bowl bids last 5 years. They are heading in the Conference USA next season, but consider that Steve Logan built this program up as an independent. You do tip your hat in his direction.
Yeah, Bill Lewis did a nice job down there before we went on to Georgia Tech, too. I mean, and you got to give credit to the administration down there. They want football. And God love the president and Mike Hamrick, the AD. They're doing a job. Of course, I think that the president's got a little bit of Bowling Green behind him. His name is Speak, I think. He's a good man.
And they are expanding their own stadium, Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. They will sit over 60,000 when it's done, and that will help in Steve Logan's recruiting. You know, it is a difficult task. He is one of 5 schools, Division 1A in North Carolina, and the only one not in the ACC. West Virginia,
he caught it right in his hand.
Fields the onside kick flawlessly. I think it was Ken Fisher, who is the special teams ace. Yes, for West Virginia. Kenny Fisher able to bring it home.
He had the great poise. Look at the poise he has with that stuff coming at him. That's a tremendous lesson in discipline right there. 10-9 win for West Virginia, and it went right down the last 20 seconds.
I don't know about you, Coach Mack, but my heart is still thumping.
I don't know how come Donnie doesn't have any more gray hairs. I got a few when I was coaching. Now look at him smile. He's happy now. One play makes a difference in this ball game. The 2-point play.
Don Nehlen's.
I thought we were going to see our first overtime.
Yeah, we were ready for it.
Yep. John Sanders can get the early playing out of Big East studio.
Oh, my. Nearly a fumble on the snap. Shades of Joe Pisarcik.
It's all over. No more snaps. 15 seconds to go.
So East Carolina's record will drop to 1-1. West Virginia will join the University of Miami.
What are they going to time out for?
As Big East
Have a
teams.
dead ball. Procedure, slapping the snap before it's legal. Please put the clock at 22 seconds.
How about that? Snapping the ball before it's trying to slap at the ball before it was snapped. But West Virginia about to join Miami as 3-0 teams out of the gates quickly in the Big East. Syracuse was voted the Big East favorite preseason. Miami number 2, but I think if there was going to be a surprise team this year in the Big East, it would be West Virginia, and a 3-0 start is encouraging for them.
I think that they've got one win already. But the slap was what was interesting there. They moved the ball ahead, but it was the defensive guy that slapped the football. Here comes Steve Logan over to congratulate Don Nehlen. Unbelievable play.
Well, Amos Zaraway has been getting most of the headlines through the month of September here in Morgantown. But today, defense gets top billing for West Virginia.
Yes. Defense is it. Unbelievable, and they'll find out that they're a good defensive football team as the year progresses, because East Carolina will play very